penned in the Gunners' next manager. Few people know more about Arsenal than Stuart, so what would you think of that appointment?
I think it's a strange appointment. We heard Ali talk in the show earlier on about how Arsenal needed to change their mentality, how they had to become winners, how they had to be tougher, how they had to be better organised, and someone like Simeone would do that. I'm not sure Mikel Arteta, when he was a player, Arsenal players have been accused for the last 5, 6, 7 years of having no leadership, no guts, no determination. He was a player at Arsenal. He was captain on several occasions. I can't see how he's going to suddenly transmit himself to being this great leader out on the training field and in front of the press and in front of the fans. I think it would be a strange move for Arsenal to go down, and I think it's an easy move, and it shows me that the likes of Ivan Gazidis, Mistelstad, the coach or the technical director, they want people they can mould. They want people they can control. And that's the problem I think Arsenal are going to have at the moment if they appoint Mikel Arteta. He's got no experience of management. He's had 2 or 3 years of coaching. And it's a totally different thing being a coach to a manager. And I'm not sure he's the head coach at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola goes and does most of the coaching, and Arteta follows suit. And that's a totally different thing to being the head coach where you're taking every session, you're determining the tactics, you're now got to lead the players, you've now got to drop players from the team, you've now got to go out in the press. I think it's a massive move if Arsenal go for Mikel Arteta, and the wrong one.
Very good morning, Steve. You have to be thrilled, mate, surely. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, guys.
You must be delighted, mate, are you?
Huh?
You must be delighted with the news that Arteta has agreed.
Brilliant news. If it's true.
You have doubts, do you? He's not going to go anywhere, is he, surely?
No, he's not. Why would he?
Correct.
I think, he's the greatest manager in the Premier League at the minute. And I say that because I think Pep, he's kind of got like a FIFA game going on. Like, he can just get any player, and he's got backup after backup after backup. And I just think if you swap the 2 managers' clubs, who would win? And I just think Arteta, he's just got that. He's got over Pep. He's got that balance over Pep.
Very good morning, Steve. You have to be thrilled, mate, surely.
All right. I wanted to play those pieces of audio, contrasted pieces of audio as we came into the show, ladies and gentlemen. The first piece you heard was from Arsenal, former Arsenal player Stuart Robson, who he normally holds no punches, as y'all heard. That was 5 years ago when we appointed this manager, and that was his thoughts on it. And the last piece was from this morning from a piece over on TalkSport of this fan saying he is the greatest manager in the Premier League right now. And that is the absolute snapshot of the modern Arsenal fan right there, what you heard there towards the end. But what did we hear Stuart Robson say? Stuart Robson said that he did not have the experience, that Pep did all the heavy lifting. And he brought up something that I completely forget. He was in the team that was getting smashed. And then now all of a sudden he's the manager that's supposed to lead the team. And is there anybody knows the parallel that we keep getting smashed? But he was in the team that got smashed, So it is what it is. But we'll get ready to unpack all of this in just a second. But before we do all that, I want to give a special hello to the main man, to Jez. If you missed Jez today over on Northside's channel, go back and listen. Wonderful stories today of hybrid from yesteryear and Arsenal folklore. Go back and listen to him today. Jez, how are you doing, brother?
Well, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. But I'm just fed up with the same old bullshit. Yeah. I mean, where are we heading, man? Where are we heading? Because how you tell me any football club, Matty, Lion, Tex, that rewards failure. Because at the end of the day, if you're in your day-to-day job, Matty, yeah, Lion Tex, you're in your day-to-day job, and you fail, you'll get the sack. You'll get the bin. You're out the door. So what is this? What? Tell me, please, somebody, Matty, or whoever, anybody, please tell me. Why does this guy deserve another contract for pure failure? He's not won jack shit. He's not brought any of the youth through. And don't fall down this bloody hole, right? Oh, we got Nketiah on the bench, yeah, and we might throw him in at the game at Spurs at the weekend. Come on, people. Wake up. You've just been conned. You've been conned. This is an absolute bloody disgrace. This man, this Arteta, it's not personal, is useless. 5 bloody years, right? And you've thrown every competition in the bin, apart from when we were in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, right? And you fluked it. Don't lie, you fluked it. You fluked it against Sheffield United when they had 2 goals disallowed. Bearing in mind, there's no fans in the ground at the time. We fluked it against Man City in the semi-final, right? And we got away with it at Chelsea in the final. So don't sit there and pontificate and tell me this is a great Arsenal team. I've seen great bloody Arsenal teams, right, in my life. Damn sight better than this all pile of shit we got here. I'm fed up with it, man. I am seriously fed up with it. I said earlier on, you probably haven't watched it. I said on Northsides, when I gave my ticket up at 2016, after 40 bloody years, I couldn't handle it anymore. The failure, the lies. I had enough. And I walked away. And it took me probably 2 years to get back to the love of my club. And right now, Matty, yeah, I'm back there. I'm thinking I can't be arsed with this anymore. It's lie after lie after lie after lie, and I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with it, man.
Hey, Jez, I'm right there with you. Lie and text. Good evening to you, brother. Speak on this, brother. How are you doing?
I'm all good, Matty. I'm just here, bruv, and same old bullshit every single time, man. So, bro, hearing that today was just like, oh, really? I don't even need this shit right now. You know the one's there, fam. So, boy, I've had it up to here with this club as it is, fam. Yeah. So, like, they're literally testing my patience with this bullshit. They really are. Because I'm this close to not watching loads of these games, you know, because they're testing my patience. I swear to God. Like, we're going to suffer this season, you know. I'm just letting you lot know now we are suffering this season. And it's not going to be nice, bro. And it's not going to end well. So buckle up, people. It's going to be a bumpy ride, fam. I'm telling you. It's going to be, man.
You know, for me, I think for me, I said that this morning. Jez, I told you this already this morning. I think this is probably one of the most selfish things. He's done this twice. He's done two moments there that have really showed me the narcissist that he is. One was with Newcastle when he tried to cut the fool with Newcastle last year after that debacle. In this right here. Because this deal, we all know this was announced. This was done. You just didn't wake up this week, fill his paperwork out Thursday last night and say, you know what, let's come on in and get this done. That video that everybody saw with him, which we'll hear that interview in a little bit, that was already cut. That was already done. Just like when you go over to the Arsenal website and you see Sterling in the new Euro kit, trainer kit, or whatever it is, that was done transfer deadline day. That was already done, probably the night before that. And then they show up. Odegaard is out for the next month to 2 months. People keep saying 10 games. Those just 2 months. Then we're going into the North London derby. Absolute massive game this weekend. And then you drop this news. Well, Matt, what are you saying? I'm saying they probably know we're in trouble this weekend. They probably know we're in trouble this weekend, and this was padding in case it doesn't work out. And this fan base laps it up. They lap the PR up every single chance they get, every single opportunity. I went out when I got home. I've been home for about 3-4 hours here, and I cruised the YouTube streets real quick to see what the consensus was. And you've got people talking about he saved this football club. He's brought us from the fire. He's pulled it out of the mud. This football team is in the exact same situation that the shit was in when he got here. It's the same exact thing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Oh, well, we challenged for second place. Oh, but he's got us firing. Newsflash, everybody. This is Arsenal Football Club. We should be challenging on a yearly basis for the title, regardless of the fact. Regardless of the fact. It doesn't matter if Mo, Larry, Curly, Bob Newhart, Red Skeleton, anybody, doesn't matter who it is managing this football club. This is Arsenal Football Club. I'm expecting us to challenge at all times, on all fronts. $800 million spent. You better be challenging for something. You better be challenging for something with $800 million spent. They have propped this man up. I have never in all my life of watching football, seen a manager on any level, in any sport. I've watched everything. I've never seen a manager propped up and is so protected. It's so protected. It hadn't done anything. And I'll say it again. Shout out to the brother that put it in there. He was in the team getting smashed 5-1 by Liverpool. He was in that team. And now it's no coincidence that when he took over, we started getting smashed by the likes of Brentford. We're struggling with the mighty Oxford. I think I heard Lee tell somebody that 2 FA Cup wins in 4 years. 2. Don't even get me started on the Carabao Cup. We're not even to go down that road there. And then this Champions League, his European record. Probably if y'all would have said, "Hey man, we're gonna give him a 1-year deal," I might would have said, "Okay, all right, well, 1 year, 3." And now you got folks saying, "Oh, it's just basically in case somebody comes in that wants him." Wait a minute. Y'all really think that's gonna happen? You really think the elite of Europe is gonna come in for this manager? 2 second place finishes, bottle it 93%, and then after this transfer window, another failure. This whole journey with him has been failure after failure after failure after failure after failure. And I told you all, I'm not changing my stance. I told you all this season will be a season of reckoning. This will be a season of reckoning. Because little do people realize. Jez, I thought about this while I was riding today. Lion Tech, I thought about this while I was riding. Darren, I thought about this while I was riding today in the car, going to work. Thought about this. With them dropping this news and this new contract, you know what they just inadvertently did? They applied more pressure on this team. And how does this team act under pressure? We have a dossier. We can go back 5 years. We can go right down the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look. 8th, 5th. Bottle it 93. Didn't do enough last year. And started off on the wrong foot this year. A dossier of doom. Complete failure on all fronts. Everybody's in there. I've been seeing people going, well, it's the Cronkies. No, I'm not going to deal with the Cronkies right now. We're going to deal with Edu and this Arteta, especially right here. Because I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact, gentlemen, that you've got a list of transfers and you top off with Raheem Sterling.
God.
I'm having a really hard time wrapping my head around that we go from knowing we need a striker, knowing everything we need, knowing we're selling players. Shout out to Wax. I saw Wax put up a graphic the other day. and it tickled me to death. It was the people leaving and the people coming in. You had, and it was just when the people going out, all you saw was loan, free, loan. Jez, I put it in the chat this morning. Cedric Suarez, everybody kept saying, oh, well, hold on to him. He can do a job. Hold on to him. Arsenal holds on to him. He leaves for free. Guess what? He's still on the market for free. Nobody's picked him up. We had opportunity to sell him.
Fact.
We got a player for Wrexham. Find this one out today, too. We got a player from Wrexham. We got him. Send it right back to Wrexham. Didn't even ask him for any money. Just send him right back to Wrexham. Go ahead. Go on back over. You can go for free. We paid $40 million for Vieira. Send him back on loan. You can go over there for free. This has been the most ridiculously ran operation in modern day football. This is the biggest sham that is going on right now in world football. There needs to be an investigation of how stupid this football club has been ran the last 4 or 5 years.
And longer.
And longer. Yeah, and longer. For some of us, we can go all the way back to Wenger. This is an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
Unique 79 has put it right there in the chat. And big up Darren.
We come
they put it in.
Big up Darren.
There. There's the facts. There's the stats. Right? That's it. There's nothing to lie about here. Yeah? No League Cup for 31 years. No European trophy for 30 years. Oh, hello. Both of those were won under George Graham. Dare I say that? Oh, no, I'm not allowed to say that because that's being... no, you can't talk about George Graham. Probably one of the greatest managers in modern Arsenal history, because he won more things, right? Apart from FA Cups, he won more things, right, than Arsene Wenger. Hello. He got to a bloody European Cup Winners' Cup trophy. He got to UEFA Cup, right? What are we talking about here, boys? What are we talking about? And this clown, this absolute clown, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let Darren speak, right? This clown has won absolutely nothing. One FA Cup, it wasn't his team, so let's not pontificate and mess about and talk lies, right? And then that team has gone. There's only 2 players left. And we're sitting here, right, as absolute sheep, idiots, listen to the bullshit, right, that this club is throwing to us, right, saying, well, you know, another 3 years and an option of a 4th for an absolute failure. The man is a failure. The man has done nothing, right? He's pissed off half the players we've had at this club and they've left. Right, he put our left back, the best left back we had, by the way, right, out on loan. He didn't want him. Now he's back and he's injured. So we're stuck with him till January. Will we play him? I doubt it. So what is going on, man? What is going on at this club? Seriously, it's a joke. We have got to be the biggest crap show club in English football. Anyway, that's it.
Darren, what's going on, brother? Long time no see, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again. Evening, Lion Tex, Jason, Matt. Yeah, I saw the news today that he's been given a 3-year deal. And really, we got no fans, we got no players, we got no trophies. And it's as simple as that. We got no ball, we got no setup, we got nothing. When I'm on surfing the web during the day, I'm looking at stuff and I'm seeing Edu with these steaks, these raw steaks, obviously when they went on tour, and he's there all with his suit on, and I'm like, what are you doing, mate? You know, you're our director of football. You're meant to be out scouting. On Match of the Day in these football shows, you would see the England manager probably spending about a couple of hours of his living week with his family, because what he'd be doing was getting on a plane, going to other countries, looking at other players, looking at his opposition, looking at people that he wants to sign or maybe select for England, or all the. Go back 20 years when football was very different. The talk of the fans used to be that, oh, such and such has been spotted in the crowd at an away game, and then the rumours start. Where are these rumours with Edu? That's what I want to know. What is he actually doing? We need to employ someone on him to watch and see. I want to know what this man does, because he's failed us in the transfer window yet again. 3 players in. I'm pro on Sterling, but unfortunately he's not enough. And the other 2, one of them's fell over and cracked his shoulder and is going to be out for half a season, much like Timber last year. So we got a repeat performance. We sign injured players. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if next time I go to Arsenal and I see 300 fans with Odegaard shirts on. He is shit. Let's have it right. When you need someone in that midfield that's got steel, that's got nastiness, aggression, tackling, and the skills, everything that we've had legendary Arsenal players have in their locker in our past years of glory, Martin Odegaard hasn't got it, and he'll never have it. Bin him. Get shot. Get rid. I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. I don't care if that player's injured and he never wears our shirt again. That is how pissed off I am seeing these imposters and actors wearing our colours of red and white. We should not be going in our away kit to White Hart Lane on Sunday. We shouldn't be doing it. It's disgusting. It's an insult to fans that pay and go home and away and love the club, proper supporters, not people that just want to buy merch and claim to be Arsenal fans, right? Now, I've got this funny feeling about today, because when I saw all this come up on the TV, I've seen, as well as Arteta getting announced, he's getting a 3-year deal. Also, it's come on the same day as Manchester City have announced that they've got 115 odd charges coming their way for irregularities, right? Now, I don't know anything about this. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what they're supposed to have done. But I am going to say daily prayers that what's happening here is Man City will get nailed eventually, and the board will have to get rid of Mr. Guardiola and sack him, right? And then Arteta will do what he did with us. He will put his hand up to do a job that he's not qualified to do. Man City are probably too big for him, and they've got themselves in a position now where they do trebles and win Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
They're too big for him. You watch him. He will put his hand up and he'll leave us in a heartbeat for Man City. I'm saying my daily prayers. I want it to happen. I'm wishing it to happen. Get rid of this man. He's never good enough to be our manager. He jumped too early in the job. It's purely not good enough, you know. And these injured players, we keep it's rotten. It's sometimes we'll have look at Declan Rice, 105 million, a lot of money, overpriced, right? But let's not kid ourselves. That geezer never gets injured. When he plays, he gives 100%. He's all over the pitch. He's kicking people. He's just what we needed. He's been a good signing. But he is a rarity. He's a rarity for us. Where are the other Declan Rice-like signings? I can't see any. Can't see nothing. And then we get people like the Calafiores of this world who's come in. He's a left back. He's a centre back. But what? And then we got Zinchenko, and then we got Timber, who's sort of playing, but he's the new man coming in to be there. If you go and buy someone in the summer, put them in the team, play them. If you go and pay big money, buy the very fact you're buying a player, the message you're sending to the established players is you're not good enough, and this person's here to challenge you. Well, can anybody tell me, hand on heart, that Timber and Zinchenko are good enough for left back? Because I can't. There's a Timber, to me, I watched him against Brighton. I went to the game. He looks like he can defend. He was up against pace out on the wing, and he did well. He positioned himself well. He defended the ball. But when I see Timber on the ball, I'm seeing a player that runs left to right instead of forward. There's something not right about these players. There's something not right with Odegaard, the way he runs. He's too lightweight. And I watched Lee's stream with you, Jez, as well, and Kenny Ken on. Kenny Ken was spot on 100%. I was at that game. Odegaard should have been hooked at half time. He got clattered into. He had an injury. Well, what does Arteta do? Goes and plays him, carries him on. And not only does he do that, sends him away with Norway, and then he's out for whatever time he's out for. Now, I'm obviously, from listening to what I've been saying, I'm not his biggest fan. I don't care if he ever wears an Arsenal shirt again. But right now, we're in a struggle with just to put a team out and bodies in, and his loss, even I'm going to admit, he's going to be a loss, because now what do? You know, you've got to go Sunday to our rivals who want to wreck our season, by the way, before it's even started. They'll love this. They'll be rubbing it in if they turn us over, you know. But do you know what? Having said all that, I know what Arteta's like. That horrible man normally comes up smelling of roses. And my fear, well, I can't say I don't want us to beat Tottenham. That's an impossibility. I hope we beat Tottenham, and I hope we beat Anley, and I hope we beat Man City. But you know what? This is the sort of luck that this geezer has. He's likely to go to the lane on Sunday with a patched up midfield and go and get a 1-0 win. This is what is so terrorising for us as supporters. I had a phase last season when I was hoping we were losing games, and I'm ashamed of myself. I shouldn't have been doing it. I should be a proper Arsenal supporter. But how else emotionally can you take all this bollocks that we have to take season in, season out with a novice manager? It just does your head in. It's crazy.
It'll drive you crazy, Darren. I think what people don't realize is that we're repeating the same cycle every year. Every year we're repeating the same cycle, whether it's in different. It comes in different phases. I don't know where I put my wheel at. I'll find it later on and show y'all my wheel. But that's where we are. It's the acceptance. It's just a rotating wheel where we go through the same thing over and over. We capitulate that towards the end. We find ourselves in situations where we're looking on the outside and we're hoping for other folks to do our work for us. We're back to the injury bug again. Remember, that was a couple of years ago. Everybody was injured. We were short. We need players. We need bodies. We were hauling that back about 3 years ago, Jazz. We need extra players. They're out there signing the wrong players. Think about this, y'all. Every player they signed 3 years ago is pretty much rolled out. Every player that they signed, that him, Edu, and all of them signed, is rolled out. Kyle, what's going on, brother? Welcome.
All good, brother. All good. Thanks so much, buddy. Big up, Jays, Darren, Line Take. Big up to you.
Big up, man.
Every player that these gentlemen signed, Vieira, they sent him back. Kivio is still here, but he ain't playing this year. Lakonga. You re-sign Eddie Nketiah. Where is he at? He's gone. Reece Nelson on loan. All of these players. And we've got signed up for 3 more years of this foolishness.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing. I mean, just think about this, y'all. We have signed up for 3 more years of ineptitude. And people are going, I mean, people are celebrating this as if we won something. You saw what the brother just put in the chat. Oh, I think he's done a great job. Now, whether he's trolling or not, there's people out there that think that way. There is people that are out there right now that will watch this tonight and will say we are absolutely crazy. These old men don't know what they're talking about. These old turds don't know what they're talking about. That's what they'll say. And they'll come out there on Sunday and they'll celebrate. But Darren, I'm going to tell you like this. It's like I told Jez and the guys earlier this week. This game this week is probably going to end up being a draw. And even if I want people to realize this, even if we get past the next 2 games.
Yeah, I think it could go any way, this game on Sunday. I think it could be Arsenal win, Tottenham win, or a draw. I really can't really call it. But going back to this sort of stuff, what you said earlier about the board and all these garlics and Edus, and they don't know what they're doing so much. You've just reeled off, or I saw earlier on another stream, a list of players that have been let go for free, and then other clubs have gone and got 20-odd million for them. I mean, they're just out. These people are just so out their depth. They don't. If you had someone like David O'Leary, or you wound back the years with David Dean or Frank McClintock, that'd never be happening. Never. I'm telling you.
We have sat here and just done. This is probably one of the worst transfer windows I've seen in a long time, a very long time. This was more demoralizing. Is the word, a demoralizing transfer window, coming off the back of 2 second-place finishes. It showed you the push that they have. The boy had, oh yeah, we just found with 4th place. We're fine with 4th. We're back to that again. We circle all the way back for what we fired Wenger for. We're all the way back at it.
The club is a shambles. I went to the Brighton game, right? And I'm a silver member. I'm not even a season ticket holder. So you get an app on your phone and you put it on your phone, right? On the way to the game, on the train, on the Met line, I'm looking at this app and I can see my seat number, block number, everything on the app. As soon as I get to the ground, outside the turnstile, because I think they block up Wi-Fi for security reasons, you're not really doing live Instagrams inside the stadium. They won't let you. As I got to the turnstile like that, it all just disappeared off my phone. So there was about 8 of us swarming around this steward saying, this is crap. How am I going to get in this ground now? I'm now going to miss the game. I've paid me money. It's top to bottom incompetence. Fortunately, the bloke just said to me, just try it, mate. Just scan it. So I ended up scanning, going through the turnstile with a blank pass with nothing on my ticket on the app on my phone. But I said, I was like, what's this? It's not done properly. Nothing is done properly in this club anymore.
Kyle, welcome, brother. Heard your video this morning, man. Outstanding stuff. As always, keep holding the feet to the fire. Brother, what say you about this madness?
Yeah, I'm very upset today. I think today is a very, very sad day as an Arsenal fan. I'm 38 years supporting Arsenal. And, Jace, I saw your show the other night and you said something in the show which I totally agree with. And that is, as we speak, I have never seen Arsenal as bad as what we are right now. 22 squad panel we have. And we are going into the away game against Spurs, away to Atlanta, and away to Man City. I already said it, Matt. We're going up here this season. I said we're not going to compete with Manchester City. We're not going to finish second. I think the whole thing is a mess. The club is shambles. And I tell you what, it's a shambles. Darren, I hear you talking there about going to the match, the Brighton game. I looked up over here in Ireland. I have to pick 1 or 2 games every year. And I picked the West Ham game. Arsenal West Ham. And a cheap flight, a cheap hotel, and a match ticket. It's working out at €678 for me to go over to see Arsenal against West Ham. So I told him, no, keep the tickets. Don't want it. They're outpricing the ordinary Joe soap to watch failure. So today, I wake up to the news of Arteta signing no 3-year contract. This is a shambles. 3-year contract for what? Because all I've seen for the last 5 years is not only failure. Failure. One FA Cup, now it's an Emery squad. This is a shambles, gentlemen. This is a shambles. I'm not going to sit here and just blame Arteta. Crockies may go. The board may go. Edo, Garnicate, Lewis, all them fellas may go. They're clueless. They're after running the club into the ground. The standards are not there anymore. Big up to Dan. True Gooner, his channel is called. He texted me on WhatsApp. He said, Kyle, I saw your video this morning. I completely disagree with you. And that's fair enough. Big up, Dan. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But this is why the club is the way it is. What is the big deal about Mikel Arteta? What does everyone love him? But why is he so protected? Jesus, it's cracking me up. What is the big deal? This man has failed over and over again. And we're giving him 3-year contracts. And I was told in the region of about 17 million a year. I said on a video, I did a video there about 3 or 4 weeks ago. If you look back on it, the last video or the video before that.
Kyle, you said, how much did you say?
17 million.
Isn't that more than what Wenger was getting paid?
Yeah.
Is that more than what Wenger was getting paid?
Yeah. I think James, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Wenger was getting 12.5 million at one stage.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah. For what, Matt? For what? This club is giving out contracts to football players. Kai Havertz is on what? 280,000 a week?
200. You would try
300,000.
300.
Kai Havertz. The club is a shambles. It's a shambles. And people are saying to me about Smith Rowe and Nelson and these lads. And I'm the first to say, I'm delighted that they're gone. Because I don't think they're good enough for Arsenal Football Club. But he brings in California. He brings in that Marino fella. And people are sitting there trying to hype up these lads. Nobody knew who California was till we bought him. It's a joke. The whole thing is a joke from top to bottom.
When Wenger first joined, right, he was on £4 million a year. 4 million. And then he only increased when he won trophies. And he won the double, then he went on and he won the second double he won. And that's when he ended up on about 12.5 mil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I mean, the highest paid manager at the time was quite rightly Sir Alex Ferguson. At the latter point of Wenger's career, he was just behind Sir Alex Ferguson in wages, money, whatever.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in. This manager who has not done a damn thing is making more money than one Arsene Wenger.
Matt, I'd just like to say the video that I done 2 videos ago, I said in that video that a contact was after reaching out to me and was after telling me 3 weeks ago that Arteta was after signing a new contract. And after the international break, it will be announced. I was told that 3 weeks ago. I said it on my video. I've checked back on it.
I watched
it. After the international break, 3 weeks later, Arteta signs a new contract. It's already been done. Look at what this club is doing. It's lying to us all. It's time to wake up, people. And then today, when this news is advertised about Arteta, what did they do? Drops in other merchandise. A new tracksuit for the European Champions League. It's a joke. The whole thing is a shambles.
The whole thing's a joke. I mean, the pure delusion at the start of this video, when you played that fan that said, oh, yeah, but Mikel's the best manager. And they've said, well, why is that? Well, you know, he ain't got all Man City's money and they've won all the trophies. But if you swapped it around, it would be different. Are these people, where do they actually go to learn? their beliefs? Who teaches them these sort of things? You know,
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but when you stop, and as we say, look at stuff from 30,000 feet, brother, $800 million. That should be. We should have 4 or 5 trophies.
Yeah,
for the amount of money that we spent on this team.
Yeah.
There's plenty of managers out there that have been giving lots of money over the years and ain't won nothing. And guess what's happened to them when they ain't won nothing? They've been sacked after about 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And another thing, I hear today from top gooners say that Arteta is still building a project.
Yeah.
Still building a project. 800 million pounds sterling into a new project.
Allow it, fam. Allow it.
Where does the project end?
What, Kyle, have you heard? If I can find it, I'll play it. You heard the last piece of audio from Edu? Have you heard what he said? They went. He's bypassed the 4 to 5 years. It's 7, 8, 9. He said 7, 8, 9. This is the never-ending project.
It's a joke. The whole thing is embarrassing.
Latex, where does it stop? Where does it stop, Latex?
You see the man behind me?
Boy.
See him? He's turning his grave. Look at the way this club has gone.
He turned the whole casket the other way. He's turned the casket all the way around. He's turned all the way around.
Yeah.
He's got up, dug another hole, and put it casket in that turned around.
It's terrible.
Literally.
So we all remember George Graham. George Graham didn't need 8, 9, 10 phases to get us to where we had to go.
Nope.
David Seaman said on his podcast the other day when he signed for Arsenal, he went in there and he could feel the pressure of winning trophies. It was expected from the players. These days, these players have it too easy. There is no winning mentality. There is no pressure to win trophies. It's scandalous what's going on.
Yep. Fact, man.
Facts.
I just,
Matty, I've got to bounce, man.
Okay, brother.
I've got a really early start in the morning. Another fishing trip. So, yeah, the other one the other day was cancelled because of the sea swell. It was just too heavy for the boat we go out in. But we're off out tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning. Proper pirates. We're proper pirates now.
Army Bucko.
We get out there.
Fair play to you, Jez.
Big up, Matty.
Big up, Jez.
Do your thing, Jez.
Good to see you, brother.
Big up, Jez, man.
Big up, Jez.
Big up,
have fun tomorrow, brother.
Kyle, may I just say, it's great to see you back, fella.
Thanks, Jez. I appreciate it.
And Darren, I'm going to get you on my show pretty quick, yeah?
Yeah, pleasure, mate.
Long time.
Yeah, good to be back.
So, I've got a lot of shows coming up. And as always, Matty, last night was absolutely a brilliant show. I have to say. I have to say it, man, because you bring such a different agenda. It's brilliant. I love it. Fantastic.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, bro. I just have to hold this team to the fire, man.
Yeah. All right, boys.
It deserves to be.
Good to see you.
Everybody, take care. I'm
Big
out.
up, Jez, man.
All right.
Take care, man. Take care. Love you all.
Love you, brother.
Big up, Jez, man. Big up, Jez.
I think it's an absolute embarrassment that we resigned this manager. I think the entire last 3 years have been an embarrassment. And if it was up to me, he'd be fired on this. I would have fired him after the 93% season, me personally. And I know people are gonna say that's extreme, but if you can't win a title when you got that big of a lead on the team, then we got some serious issues. We've got serious issues. And then last season, and then going into this season, knowing you need a striker and you sign Raheem Sterling. Now, like you said, I'm not going to beat up on Raheem Sterling, but I know what this is. That's a human shield. You putting him out there in front of the firing line so that he can deal with it. And all he's doing is just taking what's given. Y'all offered him a lifeline. He's going to take it because he was going nowhere fast. So y'all want to hide behind you and Edu. Okay, cool.
Probably with Sterling, Matt, is I've got a lot of respect for the boy. You know, the man. Well, the man. You know, he's done really well, considering the chips he was dealt with in life, and he's going to get it if he gets in Arsenal's team and he don't perform and he's a flop, he is going to get criticism, and it's not. I don't think it's really fair because Arsenal should be bringing in Sterling, then a big midfielder, a box-to-box juggernaut like to go next to Rice, and striker, someone who can knock 20, 25 goals in, a little pint-sized striker, not a big lump like Havertz, but a pint strike, fox in the box. That's, if we'd have done that, if we'd have brought in a big midfielder, a striker, and Sterling, that'd have been a good win, though, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Lion Tex, what say you, brother?
Oh, bro, I just had enough of this club, fam. I can't lie, I'm just emotionally drained, fam. I can't lie, because how many times have we been here, bro, with the same old crap, bro? Like, I don't know how top gooners actually do it, I swear they're just lying to themselves, bro, because they cannot believe what they are saying, fam. Like, I saw, I'm sure it was AFTV earlier when they announced the news about Arteta. And they were basically going on like they've won the lottery or something, bro. It was like, what are you lot celebrating? They were saying like it's always great news that Arteta has finally signed, and just gassing him up like he's Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? This, oh god, it's nuts, bro. It's nuts. Like, this is like the worst thing that could have happened at the worst possible time. Because now the transfer window's gone, yeah, we can't do nothing until January. And we don't do anything in January anyway. So we literally got this team for the whole season.
Mm.
And how the hell are we getting through this season? I do not know, bro.
Well, that's the main.
And anyhow we get any more injuries, like if Saliba or anyone else gets injured, yeah, we are finished.
Well, that's what I don't
know. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
I don't think people realize that. I don't think people genuinely realize that. We are in September. We're in September.
Just started.
Yeah, I know folks are like, well, I complain this 3 games into the season. Hey, let's flip it back around. We're 3 games into the season, and we've already got an injury crisis. And we've got 5 or 6 weeks coming up here where they don't even have 7 days off. It's 3 on, 3 off. 3 on and 3 you're playing. 3 on and you're playing. 3 on and you're playing for the rest of the year.
Arteta might have to put Kiwi or up front by the end.
Darren, Edu and Arteta gonna have to suit back up.
They might as well put on their kits.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they are managers. They have to go. They have to play this year. They're gonna have to play.
Bro.
They have left this team short. Go ahead, Kyle.
I want to say this. I don't want. I said it last year, and I'm definitely saying it for this season. I don't want to hear any excuses. This injury bullshit.
None.
I don't want to hear about.
No, I'm not interested.
Not interested.
No, not at all.
I'm not interested. We had the summer to buy a striker. We all knew that we needed a striker. We got none. Saka is not. I'm sick saying this. I'm having arguments the whole time. Saka is not the player that people think he is. People rate Saka to be world class. He's not world class. He's a good player.
He's very good.
That's it. Martinelli is finished.
Yeah.
Trossard, you can't depend on him to start again. So, Havertz and Jesus, we all know what Jesus is. And we're relying on Havertz to score 20, 25 goals a season. Forget about it. Odegaard, he's out injured for how long? Why is nobody reporting how long he's going to be out for? Is it?
It's a mystery.
3 weeks. No. It's over. It's done. It's dusted. I don't want to hear about projects. I don't want to hear injuries. I don't want to hear phase 10, phase 11, phase 12. I don't want to hear any of it. No excuses. End of story. We win, or people's heads have to roll. But instead of that, we give them contracts. The whole thing is rotten. The club is rotten from the top to the bottom. I'm so angry because I feel that the club is at an all-time low. It's shocking. It's scandalous. And the fan base are hyping it up.
Well, see, Kyle, they'll hype it up.
That's the problem.
Well, see, we saw you saw if I can describe it this way, they pulled the veil back just a little bit this week. You saw if just like on the Wizard of Oz. They pulled it back and they was able to see what was back there. When you saw Odegaard went down the street, what did you see? You saw people starting to question what's going on. Matter of fact, hold on, I got one better. I can do you one better. I can do you one better.
It's just, honestly, I cannot take the Arteta talk. I really can't take it. It is nonsense. If you were in the trenches and support this club long enough, 21 years we went through pain. If you even go back to 2020, when we got beat just before December to Everton 2-1, we were sitting in 16th place, looked like we could get relegated. And you look from that to this day, bro, don't give me bro, because honestly, any Arteta talk and I lose my shit.
Yeah, but you say this, but he's done a great job. He's done a great job of taking us from C to B. He's got to take us from B to A now. And if he's not the man, then he's got to go. If he can't win any,
but he has to be. He has to get the tools. He has to get the tools, or how's he going to do it?
He has to get the what?
The tools to do it.
Mate, he's been given the million quid.
If you ask,
$1 billion quid. No, he's been given 720 million, bro. And Pep Guardiola
spent a lot of fucking money.
Billion. Pep Guardiola, the best manager in the world, spent 1.2 billion. So, on top of a double winning side that he inherited, Arteta came in and had to pay his best players off. Bro, you look like you're not even old enough to realise that we've actually won trophies.
Mate, if you're happy, honestly, being second forever, that's you in it. But I go to games every week. I don't know how I feel about forevermore spending my money to go home and away every week for us to win absolutely nothing in return with all the money we spend on this club. I don't know how I feel. Might be different for you, but for me personally, yeah.
100%. And another point is this, yeah. Put the Premier League campaigns aside, yeah, and the One Champions League campaign aside, yeah. This manager has failed in 11 different competitions, yeah. FA Cups, League Cups, Europa Leagues, losing to teams, yeah, that are not as good as us, yeah. When we got knocked out by Sporting in the Europa League, yeah. Don't get me wrong, decent team, they've got a decent manager, big clubs are looking at him as well, all of that stuff. That season we challenged for the league title. I'm sorry. If our squad is good enough to challenge for the league title, it was good enough to win the Europa. He failed in that. He failed against Olympiacos. He failed against Villarreal. In the FA Cup, okay, cool. Third round, Liverpool, that was always going to be difficult. But should have won that game. The other teams, I can't even remember who we got knocked out by. But I guarantee you we were better than them. Couldn't get past them. And that's the problem. When you've seen the manager fail over and over and over and over and over again, I'm sorry, that is a problem. How much does a man have to show you, hey, I can't get over the line in anything for you to actually have the thought to say, do you know what? Maybe this guy might not be good enough. How many times? How many scrubby teams have to beat us before we realize, hey, there's something wrong here. You know, we should have, and hold on, one second. We should have won back-to-back league titles. I don't care what anyone tells me, yeah? I don't care what anyone tells me. We were in a position to win the league both times, and we should have. And if we go back to last season, what did he do against Aston Villa? What did he do against Bayern Munich? He puts Havertz back in that midfield where he flopped for the first half of the season. It's like, I don't know if this manager is. I don't know if this manager is learning fast enough. I saw one final thing. I saw when we beat Man City 1-0, yeah, I saw Havertz have a cameo in centre forward. This was earlier in the season, yeah. I think he got the knockdown for Martinelli, scored, deflection, whatever. 1-0, we beat Man City. Why did it take you so long for you to then put Havertz back in the centre forward? Is these little things, yeah, these little mistakes that the manager makes. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, but get over the line and something. Do you know what I mean? There's a red team in Manchester. They want their manager out. And they've at least got over the line in 2 cups in 2 years.
And they've won a trophy both years since he's been there.
Guys.
So see,
there you go.
This week, it was the veil is starting to get pulled back. There are fans waking up to this stuff. It might not look like it, but there are a few fans that are getting tired of this. And when you're 5 years into something, if you've been married 5 years, your wife ain't shit, you're gonna get tired of it after a while. If the husband keeps cheating on the wife, she's gonna get tired of it after 5 years.
See what he's just said there, Matt. That Liverpool game, that FA Cup, in the first half, I counted how many chances we had open goals. We had about 6 or 7 chances in the penalty area to score, and we missed them all. And this was at a time when we were losing to Fulham and West Ham, and we were on that holiday, that reward to Dubai in the mid of sea. All these decisions that are being made to reward the squad with a holiday in Dubai. Yeah, and all right, I know we picked up our form after that holiday and went on a bit of a run, but that was only Crystal Palace and, you know, a few other low-level teams. You know, can you see George Graham or Arsene Wenger saying to the squad right at Christmas when we're right in the middle of it, I'll tell you what, we're going to go for a holiday now in the sunshine? No, they're not going to do it. And that Sporting Lisbon manager actually wanted to attack Arteta physically because Arteta's just obnoxious and a horrible individual.
Right here, this is the typical modern-day Arsenal fan. Support your team, whatever, and stop panicking. It's only a long season. We heard that for 5 years straight.
Matt, it's a long.
Come on, man.
It's a long season, Matt. Well, let me tell you something, Matt.
So it's gonna be a long one, all right.
It's 21 years.
Very long.
It's 21 years since we won a league title. 1994 was the last time I saw our club win a European Cup. It's 32 years ago to last saw us lift up a League Cup.
Kyle, I've never seen us win a League Cup. I've never seen it.
You're a younger man than me, then, Matt. But in 1993,
that's the only trophy I've never seen that, and I've never seen us win a European trophy.
Well, there you go. In 93, we won the cup double. I remember it well, and I remember 94 against Parma, and everybody said that we were going to lose that year. And they had a great team. Thomas Broad, remember that, Darren? All those great players.
Oh yeah.
But we went out.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, 21 years ago. So never mind this long season stuff. How many more years do we have to wait for a league title? It's embarrassing. People say that we're the third biggest club in England. That is soon going to be a bye-bye. We're going to end up the sixth biggest club in England. Because all these other teams are winning more and more and more. But what we're doing, we're sitting back, relaxing, let the teams overtake us. That's what's happening. Yeah. It's a farce. It's these fans. They just accept mediocrity, and it just sickens me. It really does.
Derek in the chat there, he's just said support your team, whatever. Now, Derek, I basically want to appeal to you. You are right in what you say. You have got to support your team, but you're actually hurting your football club by not giving it tough love. You've got to really give people a chance and players a chance. But I see it on the news that Calafiore is grinning and smiling because he's heard the song that the fans are giving him. Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I used to support Arsenal years ago, right, we'd sign a player, and let me tell you, they wouldn't have a song until they've proved themselves, right? And that's where we're going wrong as a supporter and a fan base. We're getting players in straight away and we're smothering them with all this false affection, like you've signed for Arsenal now, you've arrived, mate. No, you've arrived when you've put some silverware in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, Kenny said that earlier this year. He said that a lot of these players, shout out to Kenny Ken, by the way. He said this early. It was early this year. He said a lot of these players, they hadn't won anything, and so we want to make them bigger than what they are. But they hadn't won anything. They have not won one single solitary thing. And when they leave this club, if they have not won anything, this just a player that played for Arsenal a couple of years ago. Got a check.
And Matt, I want to come in there because I think it's an important thing to say, following up on what you just said about players. Bobby Perez, who in my eyes, as you can see there at the bottom of my screen, is one of the best football players I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt.
Fact.
And Bobby Perez came out and he said that Saka is not consistent enough to be world class. And Emmanuel Petit came out and he said stuff about Arsenal. And Bobby Perez also said other stuff about Arsenal. And what's the top owners saying about Bobby Perez and Emmanuel Petit? I'll tell you what they're saying. They're saying ban the two of them out of the fucking stadium. Is what they're saying.
See, they always do that.
Two legends that won everything in the game. And the fan base are wanting to ban two legends out of the stadium. This is where we are, folks.
Yeah. They don't when it's something that they don't like, they turn. It doesn't matter who the player is.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
If TT came out and said something like, they turn on him. They don't care. This fan base, I'm telling y'all, this is the closest thing I've seen to modern day Jim Jones. Jim Jones, David Koresh, all that. It's a cult. I told y'all that this past someone. I said, this is a cult. They have robes and pitchforks, and they walk around with Arsenal or singing North London Forever.
And I don't suppose it's even crossed their minds yet to wonder if Bobby Perez is trying to motivate Saka to actually be more consistent. Yeah. If you read Tony
why would
Adams,
you want to listen to Perez anyway? Why would you not want to listen to him?
Exactly. You know, read Tony Adams' book. He had to get on the coach with Dennis Bergkamp, tap him on the shoulder and say, won't it be a shame, Dennis, if you play at this football club and you never win any trophies? Let that sink in.
Yeah.
There you go.
100%. 100%. Look at the man behind me, David Rawcastle. Look what he done for the club. Look what it says. Look at the writing. Look what it says. Are we representing what we are now? No, we're not.
No.
We're a joke. This is a man that went out, one of my all-time favourite Arsenal players. He goes on the field to win. Winning mentality. These lads that we have nowadays, Odegaard is captain. Let that sink in. Odegaard is captain of Arsenal Football Club. Now, I'm not saying Odegaard is a bad player. He's all right. I wouldn't have him. And I certainly wouldn't have him as captain of Arsenal Football Club.
Never.
This is where the standards are, my friends. We have to wake up. We have to realise. You see, we're living in an era that makes these people out to be superstars. If it's Taylor Swift, the greatest female singer of all time, Conor McGregor, whoever, Lewis Hamilton, I don't care who you name out. Social media has these people on a mantelpiece. I could name out thousands, man. But this is where we're living. This is the era that we're living in. And it makes these players out to be something that they're not.
What happened with Jude Bellingham in the Euros?
Like I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean? For me, personally speaking, as far as I'm concerned, I could name out 7 players on this, even more, on the current squad of players that we have that are not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. I would sell off another 7 or 8 players. Imagine. And this man is spending 800 million on this squad. It's a joke. Tia Ward, Shevchenko, these Havertz, Part, Jorginho.
I think we did 40 million on Zinchenko, didn't we? 30 or 40, I think it was.
35 million.
And 50 on Jesus.
That's what I'm trying to say, is that that's the squad we have. And people are trying to tell me that we're going to win the Premier League or at least win the Champions League. And Mikel Arteta is the man who bought in Willian and told Willian that we'll win the Champions League within 3 years. Well, Mr. Mikel Arteta, if you're listening, my friend, you're now going into your 5th year with a 3-year contract added onto us, and you still won't win the Champions League, my friend. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this club?
We're in trouble, man. We're going to be in trouble this year. I've been telling people for the past several weeks.
There's a good chance it's going to all collapse and we could slip down to 6th or 7th easily by sort of November time, you know. Because if we get beat against Tottenham and Man City, morale will be low. we will be down in the dumps. All right, we've got a couple of tough away fixtures out the way on the list. We might be able to make a bit of ground up, but really, psychologically, you've got to get. Last season, we took 4 points off of Man City and Liverpool, right? The league should have been ours. The rest of it just takes care of itself. Yeah,
I just, I don't think people understand the severity of this situation. And people think I'll be overreacting when I say this. It's just the fact I can look at the schedule and tell. Like I said, if we got through last season with no injuries, we finished second twice. Brother, the law of averages, there's going to be something different this year. We had a window. This is what I keep trying to tell people. We had a window to get the job done.
Mm.
We were directly in 2 title challenges, gentlemen, and we did not go out and buy a striker. Neither time, gentlemen, did we do anything to help us get over the line. So now,
if you're a business owner and your manager gets you second in one season and he comes close and he blows it, you're saying to yourself, well, let's give him another chance. This is not me, by the way. I'm just thinking of the chief of Arsenal. Let's give him another chance, because you'd hope then players will be wounded so much and they'll be angry at giving it away against Southampton, Liverpool and West Ham, that they'll be so angry that they'll walk it and easily win it the next year. Well, they couldn't manage it last year. So what makes anyone think that they're going to do it in year 3, which is year 5 for Arteta?
Give me just a second here, y'all. I'm going to pull this up. Yeah, bear with me. The coincide with this. Me and Lee went through this the other night. Want y'all to let me do this. Let me make this enlarge my screen here. All right, let me zoom in just a tad so y'all can see this. Look at these numbers. Look at this salary right here. Look at it.
Okay.
Just look at the salaries. Just look at these numbers. Look at what we are paying these players. Gabby Jesus, £265,000 a week.
Oh God.
Kyle, Kyle, let this sink in. Absorb this, my friend. Absorb this.
He could pay Britain's heating bill for the elderly.
Matty, it's an absolute scandal. And there should be something done about it. And I always say this. What I feel what should be done is you pay if you win.
Bingo.
So if they win the game, they get the wages. If they lose the game, they don't get the wages. Because if the 4 of us were playing for Arsenal and we were on that kind of money, if I got based, I wouldn't care about getting. I wouldn't be hurt over that. I'd be going home to my mansion. I'd be going home to my supermodel wife, and I'd be living a lifestyle that the already dressed up couldn't even dream of. So why should I care? Lose, win or draw. Why should I care? I'm a multi-millionaire, my friend.
Just think this now. I've said this before with Lion Tech, and I'm gonna say it again. I've said this in the past few weeks. The amount of money we spent on transfers, we could buy a missile for the United States Department of Defense.
Yeah.
We could buy a missile, a couple of tanks, a few warheads.
Crazy.
Look at what we're paying out on wages. Look at what we're paying out on wages on some of these players.
Whoever does this here needs to be in prison, fam.
You know who do it. Y'all know who
needs to be in prison.
We know for a fact who does this. We know who does this. And I've been telling y'all for the longest. It is time for him to go, and it's time for this manager. It's definitely time for Edu to go. This is absolutely ridiculous that we're sitting here throwing money around like this. And see, gentlemen, this is why when it comes down to the transfer window, everybody's loan. Let me drop a bomb on you right quick. I'm going to find that Edu in a few minutes. I'm going to find this Edu, and I'm going to replay that because I want y'all to hear him talk about this development, because something's in there. A lot of people missing. These players y'all think leaving, they coming back. You know how when they say when your kids leave the house, they coming back. Yeah, it's the same thing that with these players. They're coming back. They're coming back to stay when they come back. They're not leaving. Not when we pay people like this. There's no way you can get them to leave. Eddie and Ketty probably was kicking and cutting the food. No way, £100,000 a week. I got to get my money, brother. Look at this. And guess what, y'all? If Arteta say he know what he want to pull the plug on it, guess who's stuck with it? Guess who holding the bag? If he decides to roll out, guess who's stuck with it? Us. We stuck with it. He can roll out. He can say, you know what? I'll throw my hands up. I'm out of here. But guess who's stuck with it? We're stuck with it.
Yeah. Facts.
Right back in the same situation we was in 16, 17.
Facts.
Right back in the same situation. This football club is upside down, inside out. It is bizarro world. This is bizarro world.
Matty, I just like to say there, I was a Wenger out for about 7 years before he finally went. And I done a few videos back then for YouTube. And Warren, the legend Warren, found the videos recently. And he rang me and he said, Kyle, I'm after looking at your videos from back then, 7 to 8 years before Wenger left. And he said, you were saying the exact same things back then than what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years later.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. 30 years later. Let that sink in.
I'm trying to find my. Oh, here we go. I had to find it another. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, because this is exactly what the doctor was ordering right here. Hold on. Let me.
I can't stand listening to Eddie, you know.
Well, you're gonna hear him.
And that fella was an invincible. You think he know better? You think that he's standing up here? He's standing on the floor. The man is milking a career out, money out of it, smoking cigars, barbecues, jet skis, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, y'all bear with me.
It's a joke.
Just hold tight.
Am I missing something here?
Eddie was never a big legend at Arsenal.
No, never.
No, it wasn't.
You know, he weren't even really like that much. Really, I don't think he was. He was a two season.
Him and Arteta, two of the same.
The only thing he do, the only thing I can remember he doing is laying off the ball to Perez against Liverpool in Anfield with the yellow jersey, and Perez spending it from about 30 yards out.
Goal. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can remember he doing.
Yeah, he got a goal up at Newcastle as well. I remember he stuck his leg out.
That's right.
Here we go, brother. Here we go.
Sometimes you have to be simple on decisions, and sometimes you have to make decisions, even if the decision is not popular or unpopular. You have to be very strong on your ideas, what you believe, what is good for the club, what is good for the future of the club is in everything. So for me, there is some elements here in football which I always be with a lot of attention. Okay, I always started to see one squad when I enjoy. Or when I see the squads, I started to see the squad balance, the positions, the age, the group, what we have. But there are three elements here, which for me you have to be really aware. First of all, we have to see the age of the player, and then you have to see the salary of the player, and at the third, you have to see the performance of the player. So if you have a player over 26, 27 years old, you need attention. If his salary is high, you need attention. And if he's not performing, you're dead. Let's come back. If you have a player, 27 years old, 28 years old, big salary, but he's performing, you can accept. What you cannot accept, if you have those three elements, and one of them, when over 28, you started to be uncomfortable, it's better to you, move on.
Now, y'all saw those wages. That
you get paid all that money.
You're right. See, y'all
work that out.
Yeah.
Because maybe this player is blocking someone younger as an asset to help you. So when I came into Arsenal, when I see all squads, with all my respect, almost everyone was over 26, 27, big salary is not performing. If we have those three elements, which club in the world?
So y'all catch that? He said everybody was old, over 26.
Old.
Well, you must dislike Arsene Wenger's methods then, because Wenger brought in people like Remy Gard and that were of that. You know, they weren't all that, and Wenger brought them in alongside Patrick Vieira. So, you know, you must disagree with Arsene Wenger's methods, because what Wenger did was fill the squad up, and he used to buy players like Remy Gard that come in and do a job for the odd League Cup game and Cup game, to, like, you know, give a bit of presence. But we've just been dismantled, and the numbers have gone down. You know, it's the numbers that have gone down in this window as well. That's really, I think, is going to cripple us this season.
In the world wants to come here and buy one of our players. No one. So how you deal with that situation? When you have those situations in your hands, you have to be strong. And sometimes you have to make decisions. So, or you go strong and try to make the decision to let those players go, or your project going to take, like, instead to take 3-4 years, going to take 7, 8, 9. So, and then unpopular decisions start to come, because most of the players they have those elements sometimes in the club. They have a fan base, they have the media with they love the players, but for the club, it's not healthy sometimes to keep the players in that situation. I start when I see every single player in the squad with those characteristics, and then I say, guys, we have to clean the squad with all my respect, and that's to build again a new foundation here. And then from that foundation, we need to sign players younger, with less salary, with better future, and hungry to help us to go for where we want to go.
You've not done this alone. Mikel Arteta, you two formed an immediate bond. You've appeared unshakable from the outside. There have been lows, though. The club lost the first 3 games in 2021. You know, the hashtag Arteta out was everywhere. But you fast forward to today. Mikel, not a strand is out of place on his incredible hair. The Arteta fist pump feels omnipresent on the sideline. Team is restated as one of the most elite in Europe. Was that Arteta at the beginning, the same gent we know and love today, or did something inside of him change in the midst of all that adversity?
Raj, I think we start saying something which is important here. Of course, I'm talking about processes, we're talking about how I think, but in the football club, it's impossible to do anything by yourself. It's impossible. So we need people around you. You need your coach, you need your teams, you need a legal, you need a financial, you need a communication, you need everyone in the same direction to make things happen. Oh, impossible.
A whole lot of bullshit is what he's saying right now. This is absolute. I want y'all to understand this. This is absolute, and I know this is why it's called Arsenal Raw Talk. This is absolute bull. I'm gonna go country tonight. I'm gonna go Georgia, USA, Georgia Southern. This is absolute horse shit. What I'm hearing, this gobbledygook, this word
bollocks. At the start of the interview, he was saying club. He was talking in Wenger French, wasn't he? Club.
Yeah, he's just babbling. This is what I be telling y'all about Edmund. This is what I tell y'all. Anybody. I know it's hard to watch this stuff, but just watch him, and you'll see he's just talking, and ain't saying nothing. But you have to listen, because it's funny because he talks so much that he throws nuggets out there, but you got to catch him. And you're going to catch one in just a second. So y'all listen.
The best idea in the world, but if we don't have the right people in the right area with the right support, it's impossible. And I think we have that in the club. Okay, just to make sure here and be clear to you. And now going to Mikel, for example, of course, Mikel's in all those processes, it's key elements in everything. I try to do nothing what he's not comfortable with, and he also tried to do nothing what I'm not comfortable with. We started one relationship which we didn't know each other. We just knew each other from hello and goodbye. We never get, one time together. We just play against. And then we started to create a relationship, because I also believe relationships, you don't do that, you become your best friends. Relationship, you need the time to prove how you are, how you connect, how you trust. And now I think we are on one stage which for me is beautiful, because I believe we are much more than just a sporting director and a manager relationship. I believe we have a friendship relationship. So I know his family, he knows my family, so we get to well together. So I think we built something special here as well, which helps our relationship, but helps the club as well, to make sure that two guys in the same position, they are right, they can help the club to move.
I've got it. I know what he's doing. He has gone on one of these management courses and has learned all that.
Hey, Darren, you old enough to know that. Darren, you know, hey, they sit him on one of the retreats, one of them 6-day retreats, where you sit there in front of the PowerPoint presentation for 8 hours. They had the sandwich, they had the chips, and everybody they had a little exercise where they take a break, everybody get together in a circle and they play. You know what I'm talking about. That's Edu. This is absolutely this is
the way they were talking. Yeah, it sounded like they were dating or something.
Absolutely,
it sounded like first dates or something, like relationships and it's a friendship now. Like what?
Wait, just wait. I got something for you. Just wait, listen, because it's coming up.
Yeah.
I think it's on the next question. It's coming up soon. You're gonna explode.
Move forward.
Last question for you. You're a former member of that legendary Invincibles team that went the entire season unbeaten. You know exactly what it takes to win an English title. You've got a unique POV on where this Arsenal squad is right now. As you talk to us about the mindset a team must have, they almost need to be perfect in this season ahead. What does it take to never lose focus? And then tell us, does this season's Arsenal squad have that?
I think so. I think we approve already how much far we can go as a squad. So this season also, if we can add some more quality in the squad to help to increase even more the quality and the performance of the team, we're looking to do that. I think Mikel put one strategy and one culture in the football, which is right to do that, in pushing to the winning mentality. And the winning mentality doesn't mean just to go there and win games. The winning mentality is when you are home, when you're training, when you're resting, when you're eating, when you're sleeping. And that mentality, I believe we already have a very strong in our squad, because of Mikel put his culture, his ideas, and everybody absorbed that in the beautiful way. Not only the player, even the staff as well. So when you're talking about here, we're talking about everyone. And that's elements of understanding how to win, what you need to do to win, as we did in our time when I play for here. So every single minute, every single day, be consistent and be professional and understand what you need to do to win things. It's really, really important. And I think Mikel is doing that unbelievably well. And everybody wants to go in that journey. If we're not there, maybe you can be out of our planning and everything.
Edu, to you, to your football team, to your family, and the journey that is the season ahead. Obrigado.
Oh, thank you very much.
Absolute disgrace.
Interesting.
So he's saying, if you don't trust the process, you can go. That's basically what he just said.
You didn't hear anything in there about winning the trophy? You didn't hear anything about we're setting out a marker to get a league title this year. We're the League Cup. We're going to be competitive in cup competitions. That we're going to take this thing serious. All you heard was BS.
I tell you what I heard. A load of bollocks, as to say over here in Ireland. That man don't even know what he has just said. Darren. The two legends up over us are a bit younger than what we are. Do you ever remember David Dean talking like that? Because I surely don't.
No, and the other thing is, Brian Clough, I used to look a lot at what he's done and study his videos and stuff. He'd be in the dressing room. One of the directors had come in, or the chairman had come in in the dressing room, and he'd just go, F off, director, F off. I ain't got time to talk to you now. I'm dealing with my team. Speak to you later. And the director, because Cloughie had been successful and won things and was good, went, all right, Brian, no problem. Yeah, and he walked out. And that, and here we hear Edu talking gobbledygook about, I'm going to do what Mikel likes and he's going to do what I like. Well, a successful partnership is where you have rows, debates, when you don't get on, and then people calm down, go away, maybe have a cup of coffee or a couple of glasses of wine or a beer, whatever. People calm down, and it actually solves problems. If you're just being all too nice, which is what Thierry Henry said, Arsenal is all too nice. Nobody cares enough. When you see people, I remember Tony Adams and Lee Dixon had a fracas at Highbury. George Graham said, yeah, good. I'm glad they're having a punch up on the pitch, and, because, it shows they care. I don't see them care enough, perhaps, for us. And that's why they won't win no trophies. They don't want it enough.
Hey,
so character is an absolute disgrace to our club. And to think of where he is within our club makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
That what he has just said in the last 5 minutes is the greatest load of bollocks that I've ever heard from any direction. And also, I'll just say this, you're talking about Brian Clough there, Darren. Warren's introduction to Warren's videos, he has Brian Clough speaking. And he says, I want number one. Why else would I be here?
Yeah.
That's what this game is about. It's about number one. And we will never be number one under this fucking regime.
Fellas, this was 3 years ago. What I'm about to play, this was 3 years ago. This is why I love doing this. For those who don't know, I used to be a journalist years ago. It was a long, long time ago, many moons ago. Actually, I had a little bit of hair up there back in the day. And I love going back doing my investigative journalism, and when I can go find old pieces of stuff and bring it back relevant. This right here, this is the transfer window 3 years ago.
Edu, we've reached the end of a very, very busy transfer window for you and for the club. How would you assess the business that we've done?
Very pleased for go through a very challenging period of the transfer window. So I'm pleased as well the way we're working together. So because we went through all the process properly. So I remember when I and Mikel presented to the board our summer project, the board came to me to him and said, whoa, this is a lot. And then we say, yes, I know it's a lot. But
see, did y'all see that? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? See, if you're not careful, you missed all of that. This is why I say you have to listen to him. I'm going to play it back again. Play it back again.
Working together. So because we went through all the process properly. So I remember when I and Mikel presented to the board our summer project, the board came to me to him and said, whoa, this is a lot.
So now he wants to try to make it look like they did a lot. He wants to say, oh, yeah, man, we got a whole bunch of folks coming in, man. We lined it up, man. We got it big and thick. Yeah, we ready to roll. Everybody said, wow, this is too much. This is too much. Now, I'm going to let him finish because I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell you.
And then we say, yes, I know it's a lot, but with your support, I'm sure we can do that. So, and I'm pleased to see the way you went through every single signing, every single decision together, make the decisions together. So, and then we finalized the transfer window with almost done 100% of what we planned. So that's why I'm very pleased with that.
Can you discuss a bit more, outline the strategy that you had going into the window? Obviously, all the players are under the age of 24. It's clear what you wanted to do, but tell us why you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I think you have to see the bigger picture, to be fair. I know people want to understand a little bit more about this transfer window, which is quite clear for me, the direction you go. So we signed 6 players, all the 6 players is under 23. So that's the direction we go, to try to consolidate the squad, to try to give to the squad more balance and more future as well. But what I'd like to people to understand is to see the big picture, because if you see a year ago as well, we started to make some decision in this direction. So we renew Bukayo Saka, we renew Martinelli in the spirit as well, just to give them some direction the way we try to go. So just to give you a context, we renew in 1 year's time 7 contracts. 5 of them is under 23s for the first team. Okay, and then in this period of summer to summer, we signed 10 players. 7 of 10.
Do y'all see how it working? Are y'all following?
No.
Are y'all seeing what I'm talking about when I tell y'all this guy here? This is a bullshit artist. This is a master.
I'm still wondering what he's done, other than buy Tavares, who's now, I wouldn't be able to tell you where he is. Tavares, where is he?
See, Darren, you can't.
As who's punishing him and Arteta for all these mistakes they've made?
Darren,
all these players, and who signed in Ketia? Who's punishing them for the mistakes that they've made? Who's pointing these mistakes out?
Darren, this is exactly why I'm playing this, because people, our Arsenal fans, they're just like, I think I use this analogy all the time, like kids on Christmas. They get one toy, they forget about everything else. This is why I'm playing this. I want people to hear what's going on here. This is a finesse. This is a finesse.
So what I'd like to explain is not about GSM. It's about the project. It's about what we want to do. So we started the project. We are in the middle of the project as well. So we're not just one window and go. No, it's window. So we have.
So he just said window. But let's go. But see, when we go back and look, there was one January window. We didn't do a damn thing. Didn't sign anything. But he just said we go window. So therefore, if we last season we were in the thick of a title hunt, and you got to the January transfer window, and it looked like we were just a tad bit short up top, surely you would have said we need to go out for a striker. Surely you would have said, let's go find. Hey man, y'all been loaning everybody else. Common sense, Tech. Surely. Because he just admitted, he just said this 3 years ago. He said we go window. Okay, all right.
To consider every single step. Now is another one. I think this one will consolidate a big step. We are really pleased because again, the players which we signed, it's quite what we're looking for. So I see in Mikel the squad much more balanced in terms of age, profile, and in terms of some players which can get a lot of responsibilities, like a Thomas, like a Granit, like a Aubameyang, like I said. So we see the balance in the squad today much better. But again, this is not the end. It's not the end. People have to understand we're still in the journey to go where this club deserves to be.
One thing that's really noticeable about the 6 signings that you made is they're young, but they're not inexperienced, are they? They're not unknown. Sambi, for example, we saw him make his debut for Belgium. He's a guy who's captain and elect. They have a degree of experience despite them being young.
Yeah. So maybe you mentioned Sambi. Sambi is the one which played more than 16 games in Belgium. So we follow this player more than a year already. So Sambi can play in different positions, either number 6, number 8. So in the strategy behind Sambi is because we have 2 senior players there, which is Granit and Thomas Partey, and Sambi will be the ones to replace them when it is necessary. So
where is he at?
So what happened to that then?
Where is he at? Chat, tell me where is he at? Where is he at, chat? See, this is why I said this is why I told you. I said I've been sitting on this stuff. I told you I have got I've got clips galore on this Edu. I told y'all I want y'all to start listening to this man when he talk, because this was 3 years ago. He said that Samuel Lokonga was going to come in here and replace. Y'all heard what he just said? What did he say? Replace.
And he's really pleased. He's really pleased. What with 8, 5th, 2nd.
And another thing, It's the longest journey I have ever came across. I get to America back 100 times over, Manny, over to see you, my brother. 100 times over before this journey is over. This is embarrassing. Sorry.
This is worse than 40 days, 40 nights. I mean,
when
look
people mention words like project, journeys, they know they're going to fail.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
It's the words of a person who knows they're going to fail.
Yeah. What is it right here? Right there. Journeys, projects, relationships. It's manipulation. It's word soup. Word soup. This dude is a wordsmith. He's a wordsmith. Mm-hmm. He knows how to finesse everybody with words, man. This is absolute BS. In Brazil, they call him a scammer. This is what he is.
We already have a good example in the first game. So Thomas was injured, some play. So that's the strategy, to have someone behind the seniors guys there to play and to develop and to go one day to be the main player in the team. So if you want to go through every single one, it's quite similar. I can go through. So if you're talking about Ramsdale is important as well. English in that position is important because we can balance the squad. Good age and very good with a good experience in the Premier League as well. So he's an international.
This their boy now. This their boy.
And for us, so it's clear he has a beautiful future because he went through challenge periods, but he always been through well. And he's so positive. He's so energetic player, which make us comfortable to sign him. So he's the one which is going to be for the short, for the medium, and for the long term. So in our project, and that's why we signed him. If you go to Nuno, if you remember,
do y'all hear these players he calling out? I went back 3 shots. This is what I'm talking about. I want to go back. I know it's long with y'all. I know but I want y'all to see. This is why I tell people, Edu is the biggest problem at this football club. Arteta's one. Yeah, I know. We all know. But this joker here is going to the grocery store with the money, getting the groceries. You sending him to go get the groceries he's getting, and he's coming back with 2 oranges. I said, I need bread. This joker here is completely ruined this football club. When you saw those wages that I put up, who's the person that signed off on those wages? This fella right here, y'all listening to. The fella y'all listening to right here. And you can hear all these transfers. These are players that are not here. And he was trying to sell everybody on them.
Last season, we suffer a little bit in that position, on left back position, because Tierney, in the first half of the season, he did quite well. And in the second half of the season, he lost 48% of the games, which gave to Mikel some challenge to try to adapt to some players there. You remember in this period, so when Tierney was injured, he has to adapt Bukayo Saka sometimes, Grant sometimes, in the period of the season, which was important to us to have a better balanced position. And that's why we go to Nuno, because Nuno is on the 2021.
You see this? Youth. You see that? You see that?
So to feel and to balance that position as well for a player which is 23, Tierney, and to have someone like a Nuno to develop, to give him a time to be one day the first one is the same. So I can go every single position. There is a reason behind it. So, but the direction I think is quite clear to everyone.
And how important was the character of the players? Let alone, we know what they can do in the pitch, but how important was it that you got the right type of players?
That's again, is we have to create some foundation and strong one. It's not only about the characteristics of the players, the technicality of the players. So it's about the character of the players as well, the mentality of the players as well. So like I mentioned to you in the transfer window, I spoke to many of agents and players, and some of them, I say thank you very much, because I don't see the right mentality to be here to try to change the situation we are now. So
all right. So by that logic, John.
Somebody like, you need to be sacked, didn't it?
Hey, well, not even that. I'm not even that. Let's put a pin right there, y'all, and let's analyze what he just said. He just said he turns down players if they don't fit the character. What So you're telling me out of all the players that we could have signed this year as a striker, nobody had the right character? Nobody had what we needed? There was nobody that was there? No striker available. No striker available this summer. No central midfielder, creative midfielder this summer. No world-class player. No world-class player had the character, anything that could have come to this team that could have got us over the hump. This is why I tell everybody in the chat and everybody on this panel, this is why I tell y'all have to learn how to use their words against them. This is coming out of his mouth. This is coming out of his mouth. He's saying this stuff. And see, I've been watching him. I've been watching this geezer here for the last several years. And when he got the job, I said, I'm going to watch him because he's going to be the one that's going to do the grunt work. And I told y'all at the end of May, I said I was going to watch him this summer in the January transfer window. In the summer transfer window. And if I don't like what I see, I'm going to start smoking his ass. And I told y'all I'm going to get on it like white on rice. I told you because this dude here is the single most biggest problem at his foot. It is not the Cronkies. They are part of it. It is Edu is the top of the food chain. And I'll keep trying to prove that to folks because he's the one signing these players, putting them on absorbent wages, signing them up for long-term deals. Think about this. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to wear it out all year, so just get used to it. He paid $40+ million for Vieira and loaned him back to the team he bought him from. That alone should have got him fired right there. Kyle, you look like you want to say something, Kyle.
But what he just was saying 3 years ago, he should have been sacked for that. Look at the signings. Look at the players that we're bringing in. And I'm going to say something here, folks. Something that nobody is talking about. What happens if Ray gets injured? At a serious injury. Look at who our number 2 goalkeeper is. Under this regime, we have signed 11 goalkeepers. 11.
In 5 years.
In 5 years. And we got one striker of Martinez, who is twice the goalkeeper that the 11 of those goalkeepers put together.
Wasted money.
Make it make sense. If Ray gets injured, look at our number 2. We're in serious bother this season. And I say this. I say we will be out of everything by Christmas.
Yeah, we could be mid-table if it goes really bad.
You know what? Derek, it's not too far off. Yeah, that's not too far off. And I know it sounds extreme. I think I heard shout out to Brandon. I think Brandon said today I was listening in the car. I think he said, how many points are we behind City already? We're already behind. We're already behind City, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It could reduce the last game. Yeah,
if we drop the next 2 games, we're in hot water.
Yeah,
because we ain't running them down. They'll run us down. They'll run us down. And run us down. But we're not gonna catch up to them. This man has cut the check for over $800 million. This is why y'all. I keep hammering this. And I know I keep wearing it out. I know the Cronkies are a problem. I'm in America. Come on. I can't help but know it. But when I think about the money has been spent, the money, let me say it again to hit it home. The money has been spent. When I hear people say that the team is short, the money has been spent. You just heard him say we signed all of these players under this age. They're going to bring this into the team. They're going to replace. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. We buy this player because of this. We got him because of that. He spent the money. Not one time did he say, oh, I was forced to buy this player. This wasn't a player on my radar, but we got him because Mikel wanted him. No, This is a group deal.
Yeah.
This was a group deal. Go ahead, Darren.
I firmly believe all the other clubs know that we don't know what we're doing. They know we don't know what we're doing. Come on, 65 million for Kai Havertz from Chelsea. They must have known. Edu, Garlic, Vinay. They don't know what they're doing. They must know. It must be common knowledge around the footballing world. Arsenal Football Club don't know what they're doing. We'll take a player off you for free. Yeah, give us a loanee for free. Yeah, we'll have him. Oh, if you want our player, 80 million. Yeah. 80 million.
Yeah, exactly. I told y'all. Remember we said that last summer there. I said all in Arsenal when we walk into the boardroom, we overvalue our players and undervalue everybody else.
Yeah, I've made a note of 3 players that I think were sort of like bit part players in George Graham and Wenger's era that are better than these Tavares. Craig Eastman, who played in centre midfield, Stephen Hughes, who was in our 98, 7-8, he got a couple of goals against Chelsea, and Ian Selly played in the 94 Cup Winners' Cup final.
Sure did.
All these players are better than the players Edu's getting for 30 million.
Yeah.
That's what's scary about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just when you just look at the money we spent, and then you had options out there, y'all. Victor Osimhen went to Galatasaray for free.
Yeah.
Now, whether you rate him or not, that's a different ballgame, but he went for free. Memphis Depay was out there for free. Rabiot, whether you want him or not, he's free.
Yeah.
Eze, brother put it in the chat when we started the show. 60 million. Wilfried Zaha. Can we go all the way back to Zaha?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he's washed up. Well, he's going to Leon. We had a striker here. We had a striker in-house. We had Foreign Balogun. Was here. This has been a debacle of all epic proportions. Arsene Wenger never got this kind of money. George Graham never got this kind of money. Hell, Bruce Rioch, for the short time he was here, he never got this money.
I don't even think they all combined got that amount.
No, they didn't.
To be honest, I'm not going to lie to you.
They did. Unai Emery damn sure didn't get this kind of money.
Nope.
This has been a travesty to this football club. This regime is absolutely the worst thing that ever happened. The worst thing that ever happened to this football club is this guy right here.
Matt, you're 100%. Because I'm telling you now that in my lifetime as an Arsenal fan, this is the worst I have ever seen us. We are in serious trouble with the owners, the board, the management, even I would say 25-30% of the squad. We are in serious bother, gentlemen. And this is not going to get any better anytime soon. The Kroenkes will stay with us because I want to say something here now, something controversial. There is going to be a Super League.
It's coming.
And they're talking about, the Americans are talking about bringing competitive Premier League games to America. This is something that the big platforms are not mentioning. This is in the talks, gentlemen. And there'll be Arsenal versus Man United in New York City. That's why the Kroenkes knows what's coming down the line. The same way as the Liverpool owners, the Man United owners, and all the rest of them. They all know what's coming. Saudi is going to be mixed up in it too. So let's get prepared. The landscape of football that we know as it is today, in 5 to 10 years from now, will no longer exist. And
I won't be surprised
because they know that the big dollars are coming. So in the meantime,
Yeah, I
the
won't be
Guardians
surprised
are
if the
happy
British
for top 4. And
the
that's
British
what they're looking
government
for. Top
will
4,
sign it
that's
off. They'll want to get rid of
Yeah, they
football.
will.
They'll
They
want to
will.
get rid of
They
it.
will.
Let me read this from. I want to read this right here from Brother Burden. Anthony, good to see you, brother. Edu is Brazilian. He'd never get away with this at a top Brazilian club like Flamengo, Palmeiras, or Botafogo. His life would be in danger.
Facts.
Look, my girl is from Bahia. I support Bahia. She supports Vitória. She supports the rival. You know, I'm here to tell you, if he was in Brazil, they would drag his ass to a favela, and that would be the last you would see of him. If he pulled his stunt that he's pulling over here with these players.
That's probably why they got rid of him and brought him to Arsenal.
I didn't want anybody. Just think about this. This man was associated with Brazil when they were getting kicked in the teeth 7-0 by Germany.
Yeah.
So why would you go get anything that was affiliated with Brazil when they getting at the lowest point of Brazilian football in the history of Brazilian football?
Yeah. Facts.
And it's reaping his head right here. This guy is out of control.
And then
if you put his name in Google, if you put Edu's name in Google and passport and Heathrow Airport, you'll read about when he tried to get over here the first time when he was coming to sign for us. His agent messed up his visa and everything, and he got interviewed by Border Force. Now, this is a person that's supposedly in charge of all our transfers and everything. You know, he's got history for not doing things properly.
No.
You can tell.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he is a shoe salesman posing as a footballing man.
The character of the players, and you see the excitement of the player when you're talking about Arsenal, and then that's the energy what we need here in the squad. That's the energy we need around the club.
So there's been a lot of focus on the club over the course of the summer, a lot of focus on the signings we've made, but there's been some criticism that we've only made one sale. How would you address those concerns?
Well, we find a very, very challenged window, not for Arsenal, for everyone. If you see, there's not many selling around the world. You know, there are a lot of loans with options to buy around the world. So we did 2. So we have Matteo Guendouzi and Mavropanos, which they are in that situation. So there are some obligation to buy as well. But listen, we work the way the market is well present to us. I cannot knock the door of the club to say, listen, I'm selling the player. You know, I think there is some message around, but you have to do as well what's the best for the club. Sometimes we have to change a little bit the direction when you go. You have some ideas to sell the player, but it's not possible, and then you have to create some opportunity to sell in the future. And then
see.
Oh,
yeah. Whoa, let me stop. Hey, that's when the one got the wire back line 10. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Right there.
Message around. Listen, we work the way the market is well present to us. I cannot knock the door of the club to say, listen, I'm selling the player. You know, I think there is some message around, but you have to do as well what's the best for the club. Sometimes we have to change a little bit the direction when you go. You have some ideas to sell the player, but it's not possible, and then you have to create some opportunity to sell in the future, and then you loan the player and see. So the way we did with Willock is a good example for us. So went on loan, play, expose, and then the market see a little bit more, and then came to sell and to buy. And let's
see. This is called laziness. You see this? This is lazy.
Yeah, but you look at the timings of all they do signings with the Chelsea pensioners. It's in the last week of the window when he thinks, I'll leave it to the last minute. He just gets on the tube, goes across the Fulham Broadway District line, gets himself a nice frappuccino, rings up Chelsea and says, right, what pensioners you got for me this window then?
You know, it's just literally nearly every window that happens.
Well, here's
Jorginho, Havertz, Sterling now, although I'm praying that Sterling's going to do something.
hold on just a second, Kyle. Everybody, if I'm starring people's comments, so just if I don't pull you up, don't worry about it. I'm just starring. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, just to say, Matt, under Wenger's era, he was able to go to France and he was able to get these players that nobody heard tell of and made them into world stars. Bobby Perez, Patrick Vieira, Manuel Petit, and Nicolas Anelka, Thierry Henry, so on, so on. My question is, does Edu not have the knowledge of the Brazilian game? And why can't he not go to his home country and take out these unknown players and make them into world-class players like Wenger did? So they had the knowledge of France, but why does Edu not have the knowledge of Brazilian football? He's from Brazil.
Kyle.
So I don't understand why we can't get any projects from Brazil.
He ain't got no pull.
Hey, Kyle,
he ain't got no pull in Brazil.
Watch this. I'm going to drop one of my famous bombs. So when Wenger used to go get players from Brazil, he caught all kind of hell with the getting the work permit. It's actually easier for us to go get players now than it was back then.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Yeah. You know why? Because they know he's a fraud in Brazil.
Thank you.
They know who he is. And that's why he can go down there and get the best players. Because they know he's coming down there to blow smoke up their ass, and they ain't got time for it. They dealing with the likes of Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern Munich, hell, even Newcastle. They come over there. Hey, they're there to do business, buy the player, sign the player, and go on. We come down there. It's like this past summer. We go there to buy a player that ain't but $1 million. We show up with 50,000 pounds. We showed up with 50,000 pounds.
Yeah.
We are an embarrassment. This football
that's what winds other clubs up. Other clubs get pissed off with us trying to shortchange them all the time. If you've got something like a car or a house to sell, and someone comes in with what they call a cheeky offer, sometimes it pisses people off so much they go, I'm not dealing with you. You're taking the piss. I'm going to sell to somebody else. And that's what we do. We put these stupid offers in. Just pay the asking price. They've got machines for the lager. They've got machines like coffee machines at the Emirates. At the Brighton game, I turned up and there was no people behind the bar where the beer's getting sold, the lager. And I'm going, what's this? And there's these lanes and nobody's in them. There's two people at like these machines. The Cronkies ain't even paying wages for people behind the hot food staff anymore. That's how good they are at business. They got rid of the cost, creaming it in.
Hey, they got rid of Gunnarsora. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Bro, it is an absolute shambles the way this football club is being ran. And this is why I'm playing this stuff. Y'all got this Edu. I'm telling y'all, this Edu, man. He is the hidden man. Because people, it's easy to go after Arteta. We know what he's going to do. Sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, backwards, sideways. We know what he's going to do. It's the same old rinse and repeat with him. But this joker here is cutting the checks. The man that cuts the checks is more important than the man on the field. Because he gets the product for the man on the field. This is why we have such a crap product. He's buying the groceries. I'm going to keep hammering that. He's the one. This is the villain. This is the one. This is the guy right here. This is the guy who bought Sterling to cover his ass because he didn't buy a striker. So I'll buy a name instead of a striker, and everybody will latch on to the name. I'll say it like I said it on Monday night with Lee and on Wednesday with Jazz. Show me the Arsenal supporter on YouTube or anywhere in the media that said they wanted Sterling 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Show them to me. Nobody. Not one single solitary soul. And now this man went out and bought that brother and brought him over here to appease the Arteta faithful, the Arsenal faithful, the fan that just don't care, the fan that just want to go for a match day. Yeah, just the name. Just a name. Not the quality, not what you need, just the name. This is that damn Edu. This is the Edu.
Maybe next window we're going to be in better position in terms of selling, but right now that's our reality.
We all know it's been a difficult start to the season on the pitch. So how would you assess where we are now that we've got the end of the transfer window, a bit of a break for an international break? How would you assess it?
Listen, that's hurt us for sure. That's a very uncomfortable situation to be. I understand of the reaction of the fans, of the media. I respect that because I work in different environments, which is always been really tough, really difficult. And that is Arsenal. We have to accept that. We are where we never have to be. But we have to work to leave this situation. There is some reason why you're there. We have to accept that. We have to recognize the reasons. And now, so let's put the team together. Let's play together. Let's see the team together because, to be fair, until now, we haven't got the opportunity to see the team.
If I was the interviewer right now, I say, what the fuck are you saying?
Just cut it short.
What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? What are you talking about, man? This guy, I'm telling y'all, this dude right here. God, I'm telling you, this dude is a serial waffler, man. This dude here is
he's a parasite. He's a parasite within our club, and he needs to be gotten rid of. He's poison. He's a gangster. He's the rotten core of the club. This is the Arsenal of now. This fella.
Yeah. He's the poster child.
He's literally what he's doing is he's spitting at us. He's disrespecting the club and the hardcore true fans. He's a disgrace of a man and a human being. And I'd love to get him for 10 minutes.
Same here.
Right. Chris says, why I'm taking a fella. Arteta was our summer signing. It all makes sense now. Yeah. Exactly. He was the big summer signing.
The big summer signing, yeah.
So gentlemen, that was 3 years ago. Let's go to 2 years ago.
Thanks so much for joining me. You spent big money so far. How many more realistically incomings for Arsenal this summer?
Listen, I think we have to be prepared to every situation. Yeah. We still things to do. The transfer window is open, and again, the most important thing is to be prepared for every scenario, because opportunities can happen.
Your targets for the season, transfer targets, did they change because it's Europa League and not Champions League, or the players you brought in are the ones you wanted?
Watch this now.
Yes, almost 100% of them, because I understand sometimes player wants to play Champions League football, but I think we can offer something very special for the players as well. It's not only Champions League, but you can be part of the group of the players which can achieve something very special for this football club. And then I always asking them if they want to be part of the project.
You mentioned projects quite a bit. So have you met players and thought, no, he's not right for Arsenal Football Club?
Yes, for sure. The reason to meet the players, to meet the families, to talk to the agents, is, of course, they have to understand us, but I also have to understand them. If they fit the model in all sense, okay, because in which I'm not really comfortable with, I prefer to move on.
With Rafinha, was it simply he wants to go to Barcelona?
People think we went too deep about Rafinha. Rafinha, because Rafinha was everywhere. Okay, it's fair we have some conversation with Deco, because Deco is his agents, and I have a good relationship. We are friends, so I just said to Deco, can you explain to me the situation with Rafinha?
Listen.
And then he was clear. I said, look, we have a good relationship. I don't going to lie to you. His idea is to go to Barcelona because he's dreaming to go to Barcelona. And
it's your job, Edu, to convince him to come to Arsenal, whether he wants to go to Barcelona or not. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say he's in the room with a player of a high caliber and can't get the job done. You just heard him give an excuse. Oh, I can't get the guy because he wants to go to such and such.
It's like what I've been saying before, Matty. It's like what I've been saying before. Like, he walks into the boardroom, yeah, and they just laugh at him, bro. They're like,
his freaking
who's this idiot? Yeah, they're like, who's this
Darren,
idiot coming in?
If you dare, Darren, come back. I asked them to drop you out there. I'm sorry, Darren.
Yeah, if it's absolutely ridiculous. He just sat right there and just said that, oh, I can't get the player because he wants to go to Barcelona. But your job is to bring the player in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matt, how many more years do we have to listen to this project bullshit?
Well, at least 3. We know for a fact that at least 3.
And you notice how many times he says project when he's talking. He said it so many times.
Subconscious becomes conscious, Lantek. Subconscious becomes conscious. Yeah, the subversion.
800 million pound on a fucking project.
Kyle, the subconscious becomes the conscious. Project, process. When they announced this new deal today, we got the third youngest squad in the Premier League, and look at the records he's broken. Yeah, we got the third youngest squad by design. Yeah, maybe if we'd had an experienced squad, we might have won it, mate. Yeah, third youngest. Let me tell you right now, 2008, 2009, all of us man here and the chat, remember, we played Man United in the Champions League semi-final at the Emirates. Ronaldo buried us, Rooney, Tevez, right? They destroyed us. Yeah. That team was the youngest squad, that we've had for as long as I can remember. That squad is younger than any squad this manager has ever managed. Did any one of us here, super duper Arsene Wenger, say, well, we've got a young squad, it's a youth project?
No.
We didn't, did we?
No, not
because you know what? As much as we don't like him, we have a disdain for Arsene Wenger because of how it ended. Yeah. Guess what? His last 5 years, he won 3 FA Cups, finished second, finished fourth, finished fifth, finished sixth. 3 FA Cups. This man's in phase fucking 5 years. He's had more contracts than trophies.
Yeah.
He's getting paid that much less than Pep. Bro, he's on 18 million.
That's what Kyle said earlier. Kyle brought it up earlier.
Pep's on 20. Yeah.
He's getting paid more than Wenger.
He's getting paid 7 million more than Wenger's highest ever contract.
Lee, I just want to say this to you. Check out 2 videos before I did the last one.
Oh, your video, the last video was class.
Yeah, that was.
Is it cold in Ireland though, Kyle? Real talk. Where you got your coat on? Is it cold?
Freezing over here, Lee. And as well as that, Lee, I was in my my girlfriend's sister's house, and Maddie texted.
You were staying at your girlfriend's sister's house. This sounds like a fucking love triangle, bro. This is a Jericho shit.
On the street, and it's fucking freezing over here. Well, listen, Lee. 2 videos ago, I said on the video that I was told that Arteta signed the contract 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was going to be announced after the international break.
Yeah.
Check out the video and you'll see 3 weeks later, after the international break, it's announced.
And do you know what's mad? Matty said this earlier, yeah? You said this is the most narcissistic bastard in football. Yeah? You said this. Narcissistic. But you know what? I don't necessarily blame Arteta. Because if somebody puts 18 million on the table for 3 years plus an option of a 4, I'm signing it, bro.
He'd be a fool not to sign it. He'd be a fool not to sign it.
Thank you. Not only that, he's not in charge of when they drop it. That's down to the club. So that's down to Edu, Garlic, Lewis.
Stop right there. See, Lee hadn't even been in here. I'm going to say it again, Lion Tech. What did I do for everybody in the chat 20 minutes ago? Who did I tell y'all was the villain, the main villain at this football club? He just said it. Not Arteta. He's not in charge of it. Who's in charge of it, Lee? Say it again. Who's in charge of it?
Edu, Garlic, Lewis,
Stop right there. Edu. I told y'all I'm going to stay on it. I told y'all for the rest of this year. That's what we said.
Mate, do you know what's mad, yeah? And bless up for having me on, and big up to you guys as well, yeah? And I don't want to take over the show.
No, you're good, bro. You good, man. We have
a bit as well, because I called that dickhead out. He was going to have a day off, yeah? I said, no, fuck that. You're doing the Jeremy Kyle show. Yeah, because he's doing the Jeremy Kyle. Yeah, I was like, yo, I thought you were going live, yeah? No work rate, yeah? No work rate. But now he's gone live, yeah? Because he's like, yo, what? You called me out. Bless him. My point is, right? He would be a fool not to sign that contract. He has got us to a level. We can all agree on that. We're not idiots. We've watched football for a long time, all of us. He has got us back to a level where we're respectable. However, he took us to the level that was not respectable. So what he's done is he's took us from a level that was 5th, 2 points off 3rd, a Europa League final, after 3 FA Cups in 5 years before that. So in 6 years, we had 3 FA Cups. That's including Emery. We sack him the following season, 6.5 years later. We now employed this guy. They throw a load of money at him. And I've said this so many times here, and this needs to get put out there. Why did they give him 750 odd million? Why? Because the Super League, there was 5,000 people outside the fucking stadium protesting. They went, yo, we need to get this lot back on side. Yeah. Boom. He's won an FA Cup. 5,000 people outside the Emirates. If there was 5,000 people outside the Emirates on deadline day at 10 a.m., do you think we're signing Raheem Sterling? Nope. We're signing Jokeris or Osman or Ivan Toney or somebody. We signed Raheem Sterling on loan. If there was 5,000 man outside that stadium, the problem is these man. I've just been on a Man United show with Faz. This man rattled me. I was so chill. Yeah, I did a 2-hour show with Premzy. Never spoke to Premzy in my life. Yeah, 2 hours we sat backstage. I said, fuck going pre-record. Let's go live, bruv. Yeah, we went. I've never spoken to him in my life. We had a to and fro. We got different ideas, different thought process, blah, blah. Respectful. Yeah, but we both agreed. Yeah, in the next 3 games, this manager, could be on the ropes, bruv. And guess what? Now, if we want to sack him, it's going to cost 60 million.
Yeah.
Lee,
let me fire this up right quick. So what we're doing is we're going back through the terror that is Edu Gaspar. This is last year's this is 2 years ago transfer window. He's talking about that. That's what I was raising hell about when you came in on.
Yeah, I heard it. I was listening to it when I went for a piss.
Because I can score and understand the situation. If not, no problem.
Is it absolutely vitally important that you and Mikel agree on the player?
100%. 100%. I never, ever
can't hear it, bro.
A player which Mikel is not comfortable with. Never.
Can't hear it.
Signing.
You can't hear it. Can you hear it, Kyle?
Can't even hear you.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hold on, Lee. I don't know if that's on your end or not. Try it now. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you, bro.
Come out and come back in.
Yeah, I think it might be Ely. I think so.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Lee to come back in. Yeah, this Edu, man. I told y'all this is the villain. This is your man here. Do y'all want to talk about
man.
This is your man to go after. Don't go after Arteta is only doing what he can do. This is the man right here because he pulls everything goes through him. He just said we agree on the player. Okay, well, if that means that if you agree on the player, that means that all these failures, you played a part in it. You signed
the Choco Brothers. Been saying it.
Yeah, this is what he said. That's what he just said. We agree on the player. Kyle, that's what he said. He said this is our player.
Yeah.
We agree.
I swear to God, man, I hate. Not just, and I tell you who else I hate. I hate all these ex-players. Martin Q1. I can't stand them.
You know that's
on sport radio talking shite every day of the week.
Lee, can you hear me now, brother? You good?
I can't hear you, man.
The same. Yeah.
Hey, man, the PC tripping.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear a word I'm saying. Unplug your headphone.
Okay, here's Lee.
Yo.
Headphones.
I can't hear you, bro.
Unplug your headphone.
Here's Lee.
PC and hooked.
Can't hear you.
PC and hooked.
And come back.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Stinker, PC, stinker, and hooked.
And hooked.
Yeah. But no, seriously, back to what you were saying, Kyle. These legends sell themselves out for a pound note. It is absolutely a disgrace to watch.
Matt,
even chats bollocks, mate.
Matt, I have to say this, Matt. A few years ago, I was working one Saturday, and a friend of mine rang me and said, "Are you available, Kyle?" I said, "What's wrong?" She said to me, "Your hero is down in Furry Carrick Hotel. It's the name of the hotel here in Westwood. Ian Rice is at a wedding." I rushed home from work, took a shower, put my suit on, got into the car, and drove down to the hotel. And I said to the bouncer on the door, I was forgetting my invitation. He let me in fairness to him. Ian Rice was up dancing with his wife on the dance floor. I went to the bar, I got a Coke, I don't drink. Who walked towards me? Ian Rice. I said, "Ian, can I have a quick word with you?" Ian looked at me and said, "I'll be back in a minute, mate." He went to the bar, he got a drink, he walked over to me, and I said to him, "It's an honour to meet you." I shook his hand. I said who I was. "I'm an Arsenal fan. I love you. You're my hero." Ian Rice sat down at a table with me for 45 minutes talking about Arsenal. I've pictures inside the room framed with me and him together. The passion that he spoke about Arsenal was unbelievable. And now look what he's done with the club. It sickens me to see the way he's turned his back on the club.
I literally can't hear you. One second.
Yeah.
He's having a stinker today.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what
there you go.
he hit the button on. He probably hit the wrong button. You were
Yeah,
saying,
I had the mute button on. I'm a mute. I had the mute button on.
It hurts me to see the way
Stinker and biblical stinker and hooks.
Because the way he talked to me about the club, he was full of passion, full of love. And now look at the prick. Look what he says about the club now. PR, merchandise, bullshit.
Who's this? Keon.
Right.
Ian Rice.
Oh, righty. Oh, right. He's a scumbag, bro.
I was at a wedding with Ian Rice about 12 years ago. And
Yeah, bro, you see him in green rooms, yeah? He's touching up all the gilding. This man's married, you know. Bro, I've been in green rooms with him.
He was with his wife. And he was up dancing and he came down.
I've seen him in green rooms, yeah? This man is a scumbag, bro.
The way he spoke to me about Arsenal, you could see the passion in him. And now,
yeah, but he's sold out, Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. Lee. 12 years later, no
real
talk,
Kyle, we've all seen the clip, yeah, from Martin Keown with Simon Jordan and Jim White on TalkSport the other day, yeah?
Shocking.
I played that clip.
Yeah.
Right? I played that clip. Matty, you sent me that.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah? And I played that last bit. And he was like, yeah, but how do we compete? Yeah, how do we compete? He goes, you have to be near perfect. Yeah. And Simon Jordan said, so how long does it take? That got overridden because Martin Keown carried on talking. Yeah. So I rewound it again. And I said, just listen carefully. Simon Jordan says, so how long does it take? Yeah. Keown said, but we're up against the juggernaut and blah, 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 blah. You have to be near perfect. Yeah. Simon Jordan said, yeah, but they're not going to win every game. They're not going to win every game. Yeah, let's be real with this. Yeah, let's just deep this real quick.
Got 3 games this year. I know
we played them twice out of 38 games. You know, twice out of 38 games. You could lose twice to them and still win the league. Yeah, Fulham away. Yeah, Fulham at home. West Ham at home. Chelsea away. Yeah, Spurs at home. Newcastle away. There we can go on and on. The season before, Southampton at home 3-3. West Ham 2-0 up. Liverpool. Matty, I don't know if you were on the watch along with me and all on that the season we bottled the 8-point name. Maybe you was.
Yeah, I was there.
You was. What did I say when we went 2-0 up inside 20 minutes? Get Zinchenko off the pitch right now.
You watched it. Remember, and then the next play, that's when we saw
the Liverpool game. I remember that game.
He got spun over, and then that was
got nutmegged by Trent. Back stick, Ben White's ball. Watch him. Bobby Firmino's just come on, scored a header. What did he do straight after? Hooked off Zinchenko and put Kieran Tierney on. You should have done that 75 minutes ago, you prick. Yeah? We said it. Yeah, Matty, you called it all summer, bro. Everything you've said all summer. I need to start clipping this shit. Yeah? You said to us all summer, not even just on the phone, but on live camera, bro, like we are now. You said on the last day of the season, don't expect nothing this summer. Don't expect big signings. Don't expect this. You said, Matty, like Kyle, line text the chat. Matty, the Tuesday, the deadline was on Friday night. Tuesday, it was about 1, 2 in the morning, my time. Matty calls me. I was just getting in bed. I was just about to take the goggles off and go to sleep. I see Matty call me. I was like, okay, it's Matty. I'll answer. Yeah, because he overrid the do not disturb because Matty's a real one, right? So I was like, he don't get the beep, beep, beep. Yeah, you don't have to call back again. So, right. So I was like, 20 to 6 in the morning, my time. 20 to 6, that's 20 to midnight your time, yeah? My man sits there and I'm like, Matty, do you genuinely think we're not going to sign a striker? Because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, we've got rid of this player, we've got rid of Eddie, we've got rid of Smith Rowe, we've got rid of this, we've got rid of this, Ramsdale's going, blah, blah, blah. We've recouped this, we've got this in, Patino's gone, yeah, it's only 1 mil. I said, they got Sank up their sleeve. Am I lying, Matty? I said, they've got Sank up their sleeve, and I would not be surprised if they trigger Gyökeres 100 million. No. Did I say that?
You're correct.
Even I got duped. He said to me, and that was on the Tuesday, Friday's deadline day. Matty said, we're signing Sterling on deadline day. That's on Tuesday night.
I told him exactly this. I said, we're signing Sterling. I said, it's the most Arteta thing to do. He worked with him at Man City. I said, this guy, he's going to be for free. I said, we'll bring him over on a loan. It won't cost a dime. I said, to make it look like they did something this summer. Yep. What happened on Friday?
Yeah, on the Thursday, so that was it, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we still weren't linked to Sterling. Then on the Thursday, 48 hours later, Arsenal were in talks with Raheem Sterling. On the Friday, he signs. That deal was done on Thursday.
Lee, can I just come in and say something to you there? Contact of mine told me we're not buying any striker in the summer window. We ended up buying nobody. He also told me that this contract that Arteta signed was done 3 weeks ago. He was right because I said it 3 weeks ago. He also told me that Sterling was a done. He told me 2 days before the transfer window ended that Sterling was going to be an Arsenal player.
Hold right there, Kyle. Not to cut you off. Lee, what did your contact tell you about these? Was it Sterling? The deal?
No, Ivan Toney.
Oh, Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney. So Robbie sat on AFTV and sat there the day before the window ended, so the Thursday. I'm hearing, you're hearing, but you're not listening. Yeah, you're hearing, but you're not listening. I'm hearing room for Ivan Toney. 2 of my best friends are best mates with Ivan Toney. Yeah. My boy Joe, I'm not going to hot the whole thing up. Yeah. Joe was in my chat on the Tuesday when I was on with Rants. He put a comment in. Yeah. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I know all the boys watch here. Right. However, he sent me the screenshots. He's in a group chat with a lot of mandem. Yeah. Because of a wedding of a friend of his who supports Arsenal. Yeah. They're all very well off. They're all fucking stockbrokers, agents, football agents, so on, solicitors, accountants. Yeah. Bro, I can't say too much, so I'm going to have to word this properly. Yeah. He put a comment in when Eddie was Here We Go. He put a comment into that group chat because he's part of a thing for the wedding for his friend, his best friend. He's the best man. He don't know half the people in the group chat. The man who's the wedding, the groom, messaged him, you can't put that in, because there's a certain player in the chat, that's his agent. Yeah, and he's the accountant for X player. You're getting the drift, did it? He put it in my show with Rants. Go back and watch the live. Yeah, go back and watch the comments. I pinned it. Yeah, he's in the group. I said to Joe, Joe, and Joe, you've heard Jolin on streams, yeah?
Yeah.
Joe's like, why didn't you fucking tell me this, bruv? Yeah, and even if you told me this, I don't give a fuck whether his agent's in the chat or this man's accountant's in the chat. Who gives a shit? I know factually because 2 of my pals are mates with Ivan Toney. Yeah, Declan Rice, probably the reason Declan follows me. Yeah, I don't even know why that fucker follows me. I follow no one. Yeah, I don't know how long he's followed me. It's not a finesse for me. It's not a big boost for me. I don't give a shit because I follow nobody, bruv. Yeah, people are now sitting there going, "Oh, you're gonna sit there and suck him." No. Go back and look when he got sent off. He was probably following me then. I don't know. Somebody told me 4 days ago, so I checked. I was like, right, yeah. When he did that interview for my grandparents who were passed away, out of respect, go and watch that. Yeah, on my Twitter, I quoted it. I said, so the guy put an England shirt on, sung the national anthem in Island Stadium, scored a goal, but he draws the line at fucking celebrating. Yeah, stinker and hooked, biblical stinker and hooked. Yeah, thinks he's slick. Yeah, blah blah blah. My point is, my two pals that know Ivan Toney and they know him very well. One of them went to school with him. Yeah, and then my other boy, big up my Albanian G. Yeah, they're very good friends. When it was the Euros final, my boy who went to school with him put on his Instagram story, and he owns a chain of restaurants in England. Yeah, right. Put on his Insta story that Ivan put him on a private jet, bruv. Yeah, with his brother, Tony's brother, and the boy of Tony, the kid, the little boy. They're flying out to fucking Berlin or wherever the final was on a private jet that Tony's paid for. Then the next thing I see, yeah, they're in Ibiza. Guess who was there? Declan Rice. Then the next thing I see, I should have screenshotted it, but I'm not like that because they're my pals, innit? And they're pals with them. And I don't do the whole thing, yeah? So anyway, who's playing Uno on a private jet on the way back from Ibiza after the Euros has ended? They've done their 10 days. Arteta's called him back, right? Who's playing Uno on a private jet with my pal, yeah? And Tony sat there. Who's playing Uno on the same jet with Declan Rice? My boy who owns the chain of restaurants. It's on the Instagram where it's not, well, you can't see it now, yeah? So I'm thinking, Ross, maybe these man them, yeah? I fucking said, yo, you play for Arsenal. My boy is Arsenal. Oh, what's his name? Oh, he's Lee Gunner. Blah, blah. Maybe that's why he followed me. I have no fucking idea. When it comes to January window, it's not this window, the January window, I text my boy Granite, yeah, and I said, yo, you know I don't fucking hit you up often. Yeah, you know I won't say much. However, I can't be having him go Chelsea, bruv. And he said to me, Chelsea have offered more than Arsenal. But that's on personal terms. Neither club have bid. Neither club bid for him in January. Come to the summer, man like Robbie's sitting there going, oh, I'm hearing. So I text my boy. I get a text back, yo, only one club has bid for him and they're 10 million short from Brentford's valuation. Al Ali. That's the same day. Robbie's got, I'm hearing. Start listening then, bruv. Yeah, guess what? We never bid for him. Chelsea never bid for him. Chelsea offered more money by 50 grand a week and they broke their wage structure for him in January by the offer personal. Yeah, guess what? Go get your bag, brother. Go get your bag because that guy went from rags to fucking riches, mate. Yeah, that guy's gone from non-league all the way up. Man played for Northampton Town, you know. Yeah, Northampton, Peterborough, Swindon or Bristol or wherever it was, Newcastle, Brentford. Yeah, this guy broke records in the Championship. Yeah, now he's playing 400 bags a week. That guy was on 20 grand a week at Brentford. Go get your bag, bruv. And I will be there tomorrow, today as it is now. And I'll be doing that watch along because they got a better front three than us. Firmino, Tony, Mahrez. That's a better front three than us, and they paid 70 mil.
And you got our arrogant ass fans talking about he's washed up. Nobody wants him. We have got some of the stupidest fans in world football. And I'm serious about that. I am flat out serious about that. Because what I've seen in the last 24 hours is absolutely ridiculous. I want to play this.
Matt, just before you do, just to say, the video that I done this morning, I got
that video was lit, by the way. 17 minutes of pure fucking factual information, my guy.
Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that, my friend. And I'd just like to say that a man, an Arsenal fan that has a YouTube channel, reached out to me and texted me and said, watched your video, totally don't agree with anything I said in it. And basically, he wants me to do a live show with him to debate the whole situation.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
I said, no, I said to him, listen, I said to him, not debating this. That's my opinion. You have yours. Fair enough.
Don't waste your time, Carl. These men have never changed their mind. You ain't changing your mind. You're just wasting time, bro.
Yeah.
Just getting nowhere.
I just want to concentrate and get the channel bigger and bigger. That's all I want to do. I don't want to get into debates about this. That's my opinion. That's it.
People sometimes give the credit to me or to Mikel. No, the credit has to go to Arsenal.
How impressed were you with him with his interview for the manager's job?
Wow. To be fair, when I spoke to him over the phone, because I have to introduce myself and talk to him about, Mikel, I want to talk to you, I want to meet you, and etc. Funny enough, we stay on the phone in like 1 hour talking about everything, not football.
See, what idiot does that?
Everything but football.
I'm gonna go back. Let me
Hour.
bring that back. Let me bring that back. 'Cause somebody missed it. Somebody missed it. I want y'all to hear this. This is what I tell you.
I'm sorry to cut you, Matty. Big up my boy Joe, yeah? Joe, I don't rewind maybe 2 minutes because I didn't hot you up, but I kind of said the thing about the group, yeah, and all of this and that. Yeah, bless up my boy Jolien, yeah. Because between me and Jolien, yeah, we know every movement of Ivan Toney all summer. Yeah, and Eddie Nketiah.
Wasteman.
Yeah, and Reece Nelson. Yeah, because I know somebody, yeah, that I text, yeah, because it was Ipswich is falling through. 2 minutes later, Fabrizio, yeah, Reece Nelson to Fulham, here we go. How's that 2 minutes later? Yeah. So I text somebody, it's a Chelsea fan, whose friend is a footballer that lives in a shared house with Reece Nelson. I know Reece Nelson was banging on Arteta's door 10 games in last season because he got duped into staying at Arsenal, got the big bag. Yeah, he wanted game time. 10 games in, why not playing, boss? Yeah. So I text that guy. I said, when was the Reece Nelson deal done? He said, yesterday. That was the Thursday. Deadline day was Friday. That deal was done. They fucking finessed us, yeah, for Raheem Sterling and Reece Nelson all day. They watched a meltdown. Jadon Sancho was done the day before as well, by the way. Yeah, these men were all done on Thursday. David Ornstein tweeted out, no more signings after Norberto Neto signs. Yeah, the fan base is in meltdown. Then they slowly drip feed you, Fabrizio. Yeah, Fabrizio, David Ornstein, they're drip feeding, and bang, we signed Sterling. Now everyone's gassed. Yeah, they took the fucking piss out of us all summer. And then what they've done is they have deliberately, and Matty said this is the most narcissistic thing. Yeah, and I don't blame Arteta. I blame the club because now his press conference tomorrow is going to be about him. It's not about the North London derby. Whether I rate Tottenham or not as a rival is irrelevant. 95, 95, 97, 98, whatever percentage of this fan base see Tottenham as a rival. I don't, but the majority do. Now, all the questions are about him. Yeah, that's taking it away from Odegaard's injury. That's taking it away from the shit summer. It's now about him. And this is done, yeah, systematically to lower the tribal ting against Tottenham. After these men were sucking off Tottenham against Man City. It's all about lowering and lowering and lowering systematically. Yeah. And the subconscious becomes the fucking conscious. Yeah. This club is a shambles, mate. And the quicker a rich fucking Arab buys this football club, the better.
Let me say this right here too.
I
want this to be. I want y'all to deep what I'm about to say before I get back to Edu. They announced this deal with Arteta. They announced this week that we're not wearing red and white. They announced a new kit this week.
Yeah. The EU. EU,
you know.
They did not go into full announcement about Odegaard. You still hadn't seen.
We still ain't seen nothing. How long's an MRI scan take?
Still hadn't seen anything on that. So this has been a PR masterclass.
Yeah.
This is one of the best PR. If you want to get a study for a university or college or marketing class, this is how you do your PR right here. This is masterful PR. This team is so full.
He had an MRI scan before he got on the plane back to England by the Norwegian FA, right? He's then gone back to England, yeah, had another MRI scan, yeah, but they dropped the prop about fucking super duper me. How long is this fucker out for? How long does an MRI scan take? They said they're doing ultrasound. Is he pregnant? Is he pregnant? They're doing. Man said they're doing ultrasound. Is he pregnant?
Ultrasound.
Yeah, he did an MRI scan before he left the Norwegian camp. Yeah, not only that, he was injured in the training before they played against Kazakhstan. He got injured. They've posted that out there. I see a Top Gooner post it out there. He was injured in the game against Brighton. That manager kept him on the pitch. They then hooked him in the 68th minute or whatever it was, 70th minute, whatever. He then goes on international break. And listen, people are sitting and go, oh, these international breaks are shit. To Norway, they're not, bro. Because if Norway top their group, they get in a playoffs for the Euros and the World Cup. They've never qualified for a World Cup for how long? For a Euros for how long? So for them, it's massive. Yeah. For us as English, yeah. Well, you guys are not English, but for me as English, yeah. For England, we'd qualify anyway. But for Norway, this is massive for them, bro. Yeah. Serbia, Romania, Switzerland, all these other countries, they're in pot 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So for them, if they top their fucking Nations League group, they're in 2 qualifiers for a World Cup and a Euros. And these men are going, oh, I don't want them to play. Fuck off. What are we doing here? Big up my boy, Joe. Joe, I'm not going to out the guy's name. As soon as you put in there that when it was the here we go, am I lying? Am I lying, Joe? As soon as you put in, fuck Eddie Murphy. Fuck Eddie Murphy. Yeah? The here we go. Thank fuck he's gone. What did your boy text you privately? Yeah, you can't say that. No, I won't say nothing.
Yeah,
Joe,
I saw it myself, so I know he's telling
I've
the truth.
screenshotted it and sent it, mate.
Yeah, I've seen it. So I know he's telling the truth.
When I spoke to him over the phone, because you know I have to introduce myself. I talk to him about, you know, Mikel, I want to talk to you, I want to meet you, and etc. Funny enough, we stayed on the phone and like talking about everything, not football. You know, families, concept, ideas, you know, behaviors, and etc.
Behaviors.
When I switched off the phone, Ismail said, that's maybe something really, really special, what we probably looking for the club. And then when we decided to go there and to meet Mikel and to talking about, you know, ideas, I have some ideas, he has some ideas, and etc. He was almost prepared for everything. He was very, very much prepared. So he was really, really impressive on his ideas, his style, how he wants to play. So it's yeah, it was amazing, and that's why he's here.
You were with the owners on Wednesday.
Okay, stop that right there. His style was 5 at the back when he first got here. Hence why he beat Pep and then won against Lampard in the final. His style was park the fucking bus 5 at the back. Yeah. So his ideas were 5 at the back. Yeah. Hence why he keeps signing fucking defenders, bro. He's not signed a single striker. Last time we signed a striker was Aubameyang. Wenger's last signing for the club, that was 2018, January. Yeah. We've not signed a striker for nearly 7 years, you know. He's not signed a right winger other than Marquinhos, which was a finesse anyway. Yeah. What are we going to do if Saka gets injured at the weekend? Let's say Saka goes down 20 minutes in. What do we do then? Let's say Thomas Partey, who this fan base en masse wanted gone. Oh, I hope he's learning Arabic so he can go Saudi. Now he's the only fit midfielder we have that's any good. What happens if he goes down injured? What we're going to do then? This fan base, chat shit. Yeah, they have sat there for 5 years, lying through their teeth. Yeah, in the hope this manager comes good. Somebody said it in my chat earlier. Yeah, they said, I think it was SG said it. Big up SG if you're watching. I think it was him. He said, what if Pep Guardiola has conned everyone into believing that he may leave at the end of his contract, which is up at the end of the season, just to get Arteta to sign the contracts? And I go, yo, I'm staying for 3 years as well, bro.
Yeah, gonna sign this contract.
Because he's done the same with Bayern. Oh, Vincent Kompany. Yeah, we know the talks. He spoke to the hierarchy at Bayern because he worked at Bayern. Yeah, Vincent Kompany, more than you believe. Oh, it's unbelievable, guys. That's Bayern out the picture in the Champions League. Oh, Mikel Arteta. Oh, more than you believe. Oh, unbelievable, guys. Yeah. Every time we play Man City, oh, he's unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Yeah, that's Arsenal out the picture. Liverpool are shit anyway. They spent 13 million. Yeah, they're sitting there going, yo, Liverpool spent 13 million on an injured Chiesa. Arsenal have done 19 million net. And they've got less players than they had last season. We brought in Savio. Gundogan's back. We won the league anyway. De Bruyne's fit and healthy. Haaland started like a train. Cool. LB said it on Straight Facts, yeah? He said if Arsenal and Liverpool had done proper money this summer, Man City would have gone in. They would have gone in. Yeah?
What did we say last time? Now, me and you talked on the phone and we brought that up. Yeah. I said, They're sitting back waiting. I said they wait. I said, hey, Lee, I even told you this. I said, if you think City ain't sitting back there with money ready to go, you are out of your mind. Out of your mind. They were sitting right there waiting to see what we were going to do. They'll get their transfers cheaper next year because we gave them an extra year.
Bro, they've made 70 million profit in 5 years. Yeah, from sales and incomings. Why? Because they're respected at board level. They sold Cole Palmer after 40 games for 40 mil. And even I said, yo, 40 mil. Now look at him. He's worth 100 mil in this market. Yeah. They sold Trafford to Burnley as a goalkeeper for the same price we sold Ramsdale to Southampton. The guy never played a game for Man City, bro. Yeah. Well, they sold a lad from their account. I can't remember his name. Big up the City fans in the chat. Yeah. Bless up Jolien. I love you always, brother. I know Diddy in that. Yeah. Bless up Joe. Yeah. They sold an academy lad for 25 million this summer. He never kicked ball for their team. Yeah. We're selling Aaron Ramsdale for 18 plus 7. We're selling Smith Rowe for 27 plus 7. Yeah.
I hate
How did Chelsea sell Humphrey for 16.7 and we're selling he's never kicked ball? Who's Humphrey, bruv? We get 1.3 for extra for Ramsdale.
I hate you missed what we talked about the other interview when we were talking about when you get a chance after this, go back and watch the first half of this show when he was talking about Lakonga and all them when he signed them.
Oh, he's injured. He's on his second injury in Spain, by the way.
I want you to hear when you go when you get a chance, go back and listen how he back when we signed him, how he was talking about it.
Right. Fabio Vieira is now injured, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah.
Oh, what a surprise.
He's injured. Yeah, he's injured. Yeah. He's injured. Sambi Lakonga is on his second injury in Spain. He's been here how long? Yeah. When he comes back, because it's an option to buy him for 12 million euros, they ain't buying him. Sevilla are fucked. They ain't buying him. They're going to send him back. Yeah. And he's got 1 year left on his contract. We're selling for 3 million.
Yeah.
What happened to Rob Holding? Sold him for 1 million plus 3 million add-ons. This fan base gassed it up like we sold him for 4 mil. Roy Hodgson never played him. And now this guy, I said, fuck off. You're not in the squad, bruv. Now he's deleted everything off his Instagram. He'll go back at Bolton next year or this season.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's jarring, bro. I need to pee. I'll be back in a minute. Bless up my boy Joe in the chat. Bless up everyone in the chat.
Lee, before you go, I was just saying to Maddie, and I take there. Lee, you remember this. Did you ever hear David Dean speaking the way Edo was speaking?
No chance.
Do you know what's crazy? Look at the shit we gave Ivan Gazidis.
Yeah.
How did Vinay walk out of this club scot-free?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
is
no
Richard
one
Garlick
mentioned it.
getting away with scot-free, letting Aubameyang saying it on camera with Edu on All for Nothing? Well, Edu says, oh, well, Aubameyang, he's over 30. He's on a big contract. I don't think we can get any money for him.
Don't worry. It's
Richard Garlick said, I agree. We terminate the contract. We give him to Barcelona. And I know this is factually correct. I'll say this and I'll say what factually correct. Gave him to Barca. He won a title, scoring 17 goals or whatever, yeah? They then sold him for 13 million to Chelsea 6 months later. I know factually Chelsea wanted him. I know 100% they wanted him. We refused to sell to Chelsea. But we buy all their scrubs.
Yeah,
so we went, you go to fucking Barca. Barca then go, cool, you can have him 13 million. He went to Chelsea for 13 mil, bro, because we refused to sell Chelsea. But we'll buy Jorginho. We'll buy Havertz. Said his name. We'll loan Sterling. Yeah, we'll get David Luiz, William, Petr Cech. All these scrubs, bruv. Yeah, but we don't want to sell to Chelsea. So how comes, yeah, we get all of these deals done quick for them scrubs at Chelsea, but we don't want to sell to them. So Barcelona said to Chelsea, we'll get him on a free and we'll sell him to you in the summer. And I know that factually 100% is true. 100%. They said they don't want to sell to Chelsea. We'll take him on a free. Yeah, they came in on deadline day and said, we'll have him. Yeah, they then sold him to Chelsea 6 months later for 13 million. Now, that was to stop us selling to Chelsea because we didn't want to sell Chelsea. Barcelona got him for fuck all, bro. He won a title and he helped to win a title. Boom, 13 mil. Bless up Joe, man. Bless up Joe. Joe, I love you, brother.
Big up.
This guy is the realest motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
Infested, man. Like I'm telling you, it's like a disease.
Read the ones before that, mate. Put the ones up before that.
It's a disease.
I asked Murphy's agent, why is he so shit? He said that it doesn't concern him. He is making serious money and actually sees him as a friend. He's in the group chat with this guy. Murphy's agent, bruv. The accountant of Tony and that. Yeah, this is why when Robbie's sitting there, oh, I'm hearing a day before deadline day that we're in for Tony. I know Tony's two powers, bruv. My man's in a group chat with these man them. Yeah, because of a friend that he's best man of, blah, blah, blah. They're all in a group chat game. He don't know these people. He don't know half the people. He put in, here we go, Eddie Murphy. Thank fuck he's leaving. He's shit. My man texts him. My man texts him probably, yo, you can't say that, Joe, fucking his agents. So I don't fucking know, and I don't give a shit. So I'm getting this. Yeah, and you've seen it, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, this is on the Tuesday. Yep. The deadline finishes on Friday. You've seen it live and direct. I'm not making this up. So I know his boys. He knows the people in the chat. Yeah. And my man's sitting there going, oh, I'm hearing that Ivan Toney to Arsenal. He's sitting on his YouTube channel to 1.6 million people lying. Yeah, lying. Yep. When we know factually it's a load of bollocks, bruv. Yeah. These man, yeah, are taking the piss out of every one of you. AFTV, Flowers has given it the yarn, spun a yarn all summer. Henry Talks Bollocks has spun a yarn all summer. Gold bitch. Yeah, I called that prick out. Oh, Arteta signed a new deal. There can't be a single Arsenal fan that's disappointed with that. I quote tweeted that tweet. I said, what the fuck are you actually waffling about? You see you next Tuesday. Yeah, because again, Arsenal is money, bruv. Yeah, Arsenal is money. It's clicks.
Yeah.
It's clicks. Yeah, go and look at Flowers' videos. Go and look at Henry Talks Bollocks videos. Yeah, they got no views, bruv. Why? Because these men are rattled. They're rattled. They're trying so hard to suck Arsenal off. And what happens is, when Arsenal fall apart this season, which they will, we all know they will. They might not finish outside top 4, but they will fall apart, and we ain't in a title race. Trust me, by Christmas, these men have got reality check. By which time, by which time, this motherfucker will then take the FA Cup series because that starts in January. And this is what Wenger did. This is what Wenger did. Out the title race, oh, cool, I'll take the FA Cup series again. Then he'll probably fluke an FA Cup and they'll fucking suck him off again.
Nah, won't do it this year. Won't do it this year.
We ain't beating Bolton, bro. We're losing to Bolton on penalties at the end of this month. Yeah, because he'll throw that in the bin to Champions League and so on and so forth. And this is my point, yeah? I'm going to go for a piss, right? These men have lied through their teeth. You can only keep lying for so long before people wake up to your bullshit. Yeah? Us lot on this stream, Kenny, Jez, Northside, Brandon, all these other mandem that are saying the truth, yeah? The truth prevails, bro. The cream rises to the top. These men can lie through their teeth and finesse it. Arsenal is scary. And do you know what they do? Yeah, Gold Bitch, Flowers, Henry. Do you know what they do? When we fall off, it'll be the next team. Liverpool is scary. Man United is scary. Rinse and fucking repeat. Yeah. Whereas guess what? Guess what? Who's Henry supporting on Sunday? Who's he supporting on Sunday? Yeah, who's he supporting, bro? He's been sucking my club off, our club off all summer. Who's he supporting Sunday?
That's a good question.
This is why everyone should fear Arsenal. You're a Spurs fan, bruv. Who's he supporting Sunday? Yeah, when we play Man United, who's Flowers supporting? Yeah. Eventually, you get found out, mate. The truth prevails, and this is why, yeah, we'll grow slower than everyone. Tortoise in the hair, brother. Yeah, tortoise in the hair. And on that bombshell, I need to drain the lizard.
Because it's unfair to link the owners just with the spending. Okay?
All right, we'll go back and replay that. Y'all heard what he just said? Did y'all hear that? See, sometimes he talked himself right into a corner.
Not only with the spending, because it was amazing. And that's why he's here.
You were with the owners on Wednesday. How supportive have they been with the spending?
Listen, not only with the spending, because it's unfair to link the owners just with the spending. Okay? They're really supportive. They're really present in the club, which make us feel really, really comfortable.
It's getting difficult though every year, isn't it? Because you see the teams in the top 4, the top 6. Everyone is spending.
That's why Premier League is beautiful. Let's enjoy it. Why not?
You get tired sometimes. You like when you're a player at Arsenal. you won things like top four. Do you think, no, I want more than that?
Yeah, for sure. I respect, and we have to be realistic for the situations. But why not put here? I want to win again. I want to be Arsenal. I want to be there again as soon as possible. Why not?
So, what's your target this season for Arsenal Football Club?
Listen, with all my respect, even being realistic, I cannot think less than win things.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay then.
Hey, did y'all hear that? See, for all these folks that be talking about second place, what did he say second place at? What did you hear that? Did y'all hear second place? Because this was 93% season. Did he say second place right there? What did he say, Kyle? He said what?
Want to win.
Want to win.
Win. W-I-N. The dog. Win. That's what he said. Win.
They want to win. Win. Not second, not third, fourth, fifth. He wants to win. That's 2 years ago. 2 years later, look where we are.
Yeah, this is why I'm playing this. Oh, we're going to get to this year too.
Realistic. I cannot think less than win things. Why?
And what's your promise to the Arsenal fans ahead, with the transfer window still open and the season ahead?
We will keep working really, really hard for them.
That was
you're really working hard, isn't it? Really.
So that was 2 years ago. Let's go to this year. Let me get you lined up here.
But how pleased are you?
Here we go.
You must be tired after a long day on the last day of the transfer window. But how pleased are you with what we've managed to do today and in the window as a whole?
Well, the last day, the last minutes. So, yeah, long day, a long transfer window, but in the end, I think we as a club had to be proud once again, the way we're working together, the way we did all the deals. I think we are in a very good situation when you see.
He said after that transfer window, we're in a very good situation. Kyle, line text. Let me call you line text. You've been quiet for a minute. Line text. He just said, closing that transfer window, we're in a good place.
He's been on that Gorilla Glue, bro. That's what he's been on. Because he's chatting bollocks. How the hell are we in a good place? Can someone please explain to me, how this team is in a good place? Exactly my point. Like, see, this is why I don't like listening to this guy, because he tells on himself. It's like he doesn't remember all the shit that he says, and he trips himself up every single time.
A liar doesn't.
Because he's getting caught out right now. He's getting caught out for the bullshit that he's saying. Like, honestly, this man, he, like what Matty said, he is the villain of villains.
This is the man. This is the guy. I don't want anybody in the chat leave the Cronkies out of it.
He's the worst one of the lot. Him. He's the worst of the lot.
Edu Gaspar is the man.
Matty, question. Why is this man being interviewed? This man is a clown. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He doesn't even believe what he's saying.
No, he doesn't believe it at all.
He don't.
The thing is, this man has just said that we're in a very good place after this transfer window. I am 38 years supporting this club. This club is in a worse position than I've seen in 38 years. So how the fuck is it in a good position? This Edo character is a gangster.
Yeah,
he's a lawyer.
Yeah, it's like some mafia stuff. I'm telling you, the
Don Corleone or something.
Yeah, it's some mob boss that's running this. It's somebody. We're gonna find out somebody. It's gonna be a turn. We're gonna wake up and it's gonna be some kind of villain somewhere. Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget or something like that.
He's like a James Bond character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like this chief. That's exactly what he's like.
All the wrong players in the market. You see the signs what we have, like a Ricardo, like a Merino. So the players what we plan to sign as a targets, they are here. So also the players what we decided to sell, I think we sold them for the right price, for the right clubs as well, in the right way also, which is important. So, and today to be here in the last day of the transfer window to get someone like Sterling, which I believe will be someone very important for the squad, which is going to give a lot to the team. So it's a pleasure. So in the end, everybody, not only me, because there are a lot of people here working as well, but it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure the way we are finishing the transfer window.
And you've all worked very hard on getting the deal done for Raheem Sterling. Can you tell us what you think he will bring to the squad?
Well, to be fair, we never planned really to sign him when we started transfer window. Yeah, just to be very transparent for different reasons. But we always say to everyone, we have to be prepared for every single scenario. So when the opportunity came to me and I checked our squad,
now he just said we got to be prepared for every scenario.
Single scenario. Okay.
That's what he just said.
So if we're prepared for every single scenario, where's the fucking striker then? Where's the striker then?
He just
Where's
said
the right winger? Where's the midfielder?
He just said that we got to be prepared for every scenario. You can look at the players that we've brought in over the summer. This team is clearly not prepared for anything.
Matty, he said that they got the their top targets. No fucking way it was California and Merino, their top targets.
Top targets.
No, he said, sorry to cut you, Kyle. He said when we signed Sterling, he was not on our list of signings, our targets. It was not on our list of targets. He was a signing that came up as a potential, and an opportunistic. Okay, cool. So tell me who were the list of targets in forward positions, and why the fuck didn't you get them then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And on that bombshell, I do need to bounce. I need to bounce on Northside show. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Big up Lee every time. Man.
Big up Lee.
Bless up. Bless
Lee,
up.
man.
All right, listen. When it all falls down, yeah, who are you going to call now?
Hey, I'll tell you. Get a chance. Go back and watch that. What? Not the interview. Go back and watch that one. It's going to really knock your socks off.
No. How long have you been live?
We're going on 3 hours.
When I finished with Northside, because I called that dickhead out, yeah, so he's now gone live. He was like, I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, tomorrow, brother. I was like, I've been from here to here to here to here to here. I said, you can't go live. Oh, okay, I'll go live. I said, yeah, cool. I told him 20 minutes about 2 hours ago.
No, don't worry.
I've got to go.
When we bounce, we'll probably be here for another 30 minutes, and then we'll send everybody all the way.
No, I love, mate. Bless up, Kyle.
Yeah.
Bless up, Lion Text. Bless up the chat.
Bless up Lee, man.
Thanks for showing the video earlier, man. Appreciate it.
No, listen, that video you did earlier, Matty sent me it, yeah. Because I'm barely on socials. Yeah, Matty sends me all this shit. I'm barely active on anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When I'm live, I'm live. After that, I literally you see my Insta story. I barely put anything on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't open DMs. I pay somebody else to do TikTok. I don't even know if he's uploaded for the last 2 weeks. I have no idea. I don't open it. Yeah, Twitter, I rattle a couple of people and I leave. Yeah, quote tweet a couple of dickheads. YouTube, I'm active, but then when I'm not working live, I'm barely on it unless Matty sends me shit. Yeah. Matty goes, oh, check this out. And he sends the exact minute. Yeah, that exact minute, right? Yeah. From when we did that emergency meeting back in the last season. Exact minute. Yeah, exact minute on this. Then, oh, check this guy. Oh, why she knows bullshit? Yeah, blah, blah. Yeah, why is everyone's doing 3-hour meetings? It's like, what are we doing here? But he sent me your thing today. I was like, on point, bro. On point. On
there you
point.
Go, bro.
And this is the thing, Kyle. Yeah, this is the thing, Lion Text Matty and everyone in the chat. There's a lot of us out here. Yeah, and we've got a voice, you know. Yeah, but we get suppressed.
You heard the guy sent you the other night. You heard those two gentlemen that dismantled that one guy that was Arteta in.
Yeah. But we get suppressed.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, because there's more of them than us. Yeah, we're seen as toxic, negative, and what they do is they paint you as a racist. Yeah. Well, Matty and Lion Tech can't be racist for cussing Saka. Yeah. Oh, Saka played shit today. Me and you can. Me and you can.
And neither can Kyle.
Black Irish there, Lee.
Yeah,
My
but
mother is
guess
black.
what? Man, to say Carl's not black. Yeah. Cole Palmer's not black either. Then, yeah, cool. What we're saying? Yeah.
Cheers, Lee. Cheers, Lee.
Bless up to all of you, man.
Big up, bro.
Real one's a lot of you, man. Bless up all of you, lot. Love.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Big up,
Bless.
Lee,
Take
man.
care, man.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
bro. Big up, bro.
Check how he plays. I spoke to Mikel, of course. I spoke to Tim, vice chairman, to check if everyone is comfortable for the step what they're going to make, and that makes sense a lot. Makes a lot. You see, it's still working. Yeah, makes a lot of sense, to have someone like him, because I'm pretty sure he's going to add a lot in the squad. So he has experience, he understands more than anyone the league. He played Champions League many times, won the Premier League a few times as well. So I think he can add a lot to our squad, and I feel really happy to see someone like him in our squad.
And Neto arrived earlier as well today, another player with Premier League experience. How important is that experience?
Exactly. So when you see the goalkeeper unity, so sometimes we plan to have someone with experience to be there, because if we see now David Raya, it's now our number one. Is that situation? Neto can come with the experience of the Premier League. He was the captain of Bournemouth, and he has different experience outside of here as well. Champions League, and also we have our third goalkeepers came from the academy we just bought. So I think that the group of the goalkeepers, to have a David, to have someone experienced someone from the academy, makes a lot of sense as well. So we are so comfortable to have a Neto here, because I know him very well from quite a long time, and also I'm pretty sure he can add a lot to the squad.
You mentioned Ricardo and Mikel already, and
these are all players. If you know, all these players that are either injured, crocked, and right now, and we got Calafiore coming in. He may very well be a good player in 6 years from now, but we don't have 6 years to wait.
the other side of the transfer window is saying goodbye to players like Aaron, like Emil, like Eddie, and players that have gone out on loan as well. How important is that part of the transfer window for the overall strategy?
Well, we have to understand we live in the football world, but we also have to do business. Yeah, we have to be clear here. And sometimes we have to sell, buy players, to make the business alive. So, and then we decided to make some decision in terms of which kind of players we want to sell and how we want to sell, which level of prices we want to sell. I think we get what we expected, so which is important for us. I think we did in the right way, which is also very important to us. And when you see the players as well going for the clubs, what they feel comfortable with, they are also happy to go to. So I think you can get all the elements to make, okay.
So basically, we're going to make sure the player go where they want to go.
Yeah.
Not where it's going to be beneficial for us. Not where we're going to get the optimum dollar. Not where it's going to be work well for us. Put us in the best situation. We're going to make sure that players that are leaving us, we're going to put them in a better situation than what they are. This is why Arsenal players that leave Arsenal majority of the time, they go win something.
Yeah.
We put them in a better situation. Remember, I think I told y'all this a couple of summers ago with Aubameyang. I said, Aubameyang, we send him to Barcelona, he wins the title.
Think
about that, Kyle. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Yeah. So my man here in the chat, right? He got it right there. What the freak? Yeah, exactly. Julian, my man, Julian, fact. He knows. I mean, just think about that. We are making it beneficial. This is why our transfer business takes so long. This is why when you see players like, why does it take 6-7 weeks to move a player? Bro, when Marseille pulled into town, offered the money, you out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Marseille didn't want to pay the wages. I'm sorry, you out. We've accepted the offer. We've accepted the offer. We're not coming off of it, Eddie. And if you stay here, you're not playing. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you stay here, We're going old school, Kyle. We're sending you down there to the reserve. You can go down there and play.
Yep, you
Go
can
down there
stay.
and play in the
Now,
reserve.
why is that not being done? Why can't they not do? They're not yet. Listen, they wouldn't organise a dinner. I think it's. I'm disgusted with it. I'm disgusted listening to this man speak. I think he's a cowboy. How can you not post deeds together? 7 weeks for California. You think California was next to Prime Maldini? California. Nobody even heard tell of him before we went in for it. Why was that deal not done 1 week? 1 week. That deal should have been done. Marino went on for 2 months. You sure it was Prime Iniesta? Marino. It's shambles. The club is a shambles.
Kyle, it is absolutely laughable to see how bad of a situation we in, and people just don't seem to see it.
They don't want to see it, Matt. They don't want to see it.
No, they don't care. They don't care.
I tell you, Matt, what to do tomorrow morning if they could. They build a statue of Arteta and Edu outside the Emirates Stadium, probably down beside Herbert Chapman's statue. That's what these clowns would do. One fella said today about the contract that Arteta is a club legend. A club legend.
Who said that?
Who said
A fan on YouTube today say in the comment section say that Arteta is a club legend.
Bro, he was a
This is the
panic
fan
buy
base
after
that
we
I'm
lost
talking
8-2. What are we talking about, bro?
Don't make me go hunt down that. Don't make me go find that transfer deadline day video.
What's going on here?
It was a panic buy on deadline day, bro. I literally remember that day as well. I remember when they got signed.
Jasmine, we're going to have to disagree with you on this here. It said Arteta, she said, he or she, I'm not sure. Arteta says is the main culprit, not Edu. Ramsdale was worth $60 million a year ago. He could have played him in the Champions League games, Raya in the Premier League, but he froze him out. Now he's worth 15. Many more examples. To a degree, you're correct there. But we're going to go all the way back. I'm not sure if you've been watching the whole entire time or not. You got to go back. If you go back a couple hours when we did first started, you see why I said what I said. Edu is the man who signs off on these deals. You also heard 30 minutes ago, you heard him say him and Arteta are in cahoots together on these deals. The one thing is Edu's involved with everything. He knows what's going on. He could have went to Arteta and say, hey, man, I tell you what, instead of freezing him out, we got a window coming up. Let's go ahead and move him. We can make do with Karl Heinz for the rest of the year. We can make do with him since we're pretty much out of all the cups and competition outside of Champions League. And if we find ourselves in that situation, we'll just find ourselves in this situation. You know. And we could have done a piece of business last year. Somebody, I forgot who it was. It was somebody came in. I think they was talking Chelsea, Newcastle, and all that stuff. Probably could have got some money. Newcastle, I think, could have used him because I think their goalkeeper was hurt or something like that. So we probably could have got a piece of change. Yeah, you're strengthening Newcastle, but you could have got more money than what we sold him for this summer. And that's the problem. See, it goes right back down to that Edu. This guy here is damnation to this football club.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we did the right thing for everyone. So that's make me feel really, really good. And also when you see the loan players, if you see, for example, Fabio Vieira going to Porto, you see Sambi Lokonga going to Sevilla, you see Nuno Tavares going to Lazio, you see Karl Heinz going to Valladolid. So that's the players, I believe they are in the right club for the right moment for their development as well. So that's why it makes me feel happy to see they also, when they go along, they go to the right clubs for the right environment.
And then agree, Edu is incompetent, but the club mainly declined because of Arteta. If the owners decide to spend $800 million in 5 years, why give that money to a novice? Edu has to go negotiate the players, sign the players. Yeah. I can go back to the last interview and play when he had the chance to go get Rafinha. He said, "Oh, I can't do that." He basically gave up. This is why you don't see world-class players at this football club. He doesn't have the pull like David Dean had. David Dean had the pull. He's a Virgo just like I am. His birthday is, I think we got the same birthday if I'm mistaken. Me and David Dean got the same birthday if I'm not mistaken. David Dean is a man of small words. He says what he needs to say, gets what the job is done. And so let's also not, a matter of fact, I'm gonna play something in just a little bit. I'll tell you, she just made me think about something here. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hammer home this point before we spin it around and head out of here. But this Edu is the problem at this football club. Go ahead, Kyle.
Matt,
look it up.
Dingo just said there about the players going to clubs that he feels that their development will get better. He said that Vieira went back to Porto. So basically what he's saying is for Vieira to get better and develop better into a better player. But my question is, why the fuck did he spend 35 million on taking him from Porto in the first place to send him back on loan to Porto? Don't make sense. None of it makes sense.
No one wants to answer these questions either. No one wants to answer these questions.
Saying that we put him back to Porto to become a better player, to develop. But yes, he made last year on bomb for 35 million from Porto. What? Why not just stay in Porto to develop into the player and then go and buy him? What the fuck is going on here? It's a laugh. It's a joke. It's a circus. The club is a fucking circus.
Yeah, it's wide open. It is.
But the thing is, we just gave them 35 million for free.
Yeah,
that's
a donation. A donation.
It was a donation.
Yeah.
Like, here, just have 35 million. There you go.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like people have got. I know. Look, trust me, just me. Arteta is part of the problem. I'm in agreement, but we know for a fact he's not going anywhere. So we have to start looking like, why are we finding ourselves in these problems with these players? Why are we not making money on players being sold? Why are players leaving this club and only going on loan, only to come back and waste the contract? This is repeated over and over and over. There's one person that signs off on that. And if you've been listening to these interviews over and over, he's been talking about loaning players. Y'all, if y'all noticed that in every last interview, he's talking about loaning players. Kyle, line tech. But I know Kyle will know this. Kyle, how many times were we loaning players back in the day?
None.
I thought. See, when I said that earlier this year to Jay, people thought I was crazy. Oh man, what is this American? No, bro, I've been following Arsenal a long time. Yeah, this loan shit didn't start to the 2015. Even Claude, if you go back to look one of his late AFTV interviews, he even said it. Robbie, what's up with all these loans?
Yeah,
because we didn't do this.
No,
bro, this is foreign stuff. Loaning.
No.
Like we the bottom of the totem pole. Every player loan. We don't go loan. We don't go get a quality loan. A player that's upset somewhere that could do a job here. That's quality.
We've loaned more players out this window than what we would have done back in the day. Altogether.
Yeah. Going all the way back to Arsenal history.
Yeah.
All the way back.
Yeah.
Through Arsenal history. This is ridiculous. This is what I said. Only one man is responsible for all of this. And he's talking. This is the man, Edu. I'm not even going to play the rest of that, what he's talking about. I don't want to hear his mouth no more. That fella there is the absolute problem at this football club. Absolute problem. So we're going to go transition here before we get out of here. I'm going to play something. Kyle will remember this voice. He'll recognize this guy. And I'm going to show you the difference in the two.
It must be very hard that when you walked away, and let's be fair, you sold your shares, you made a few quid, but you walk away from that must have been, I don't know, a huge void in your life.
It was very painful. It was a very difficult period of my life to win the book, Sean.
Indeed, we'll get onto that in the last quarter. But with it, England goes as well, I suppose.
Yes, everything fell away. I mean,
I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Let me see if I can find it.
Coaching and getting more youngsters playing the game.
Can I just ask you, David, about what happened with Arteta the other week when he attacked the refereeing of the game?
All right, so before we go into this referee, I want everybody to put this on your paper, your little pad, your notes, whatever you got. Y'all want to know why these referees ain't gonna give us a damn thing this year? You want to know why these referees ain't gonna back us on anything? You know why we're not gonna get any calls? You know why the red card's coming out this year? You want to know why it's gonna be tough for us this year? You want to know why everywhere we go in the league, when we're away from home, we ain't getting the stuff that you would normally think? You want to know why teams are gonna be coming in heavy on tackles? You don't know why it's gonna be rough and tough this season? You can thank your manager for opening his mouth last year after the Newcastle game. Everybody forgot when you want to call out the referees. It's a disgracia. It's a disgracia.
It's a disgrace.
And then Mass, when he said it's a disgracia, he actually came out there and said disgracia meant a complete different word. Remember, he tried to defend us.
You know it means disgrace.
And double down on it. Yeah, double down on it. And this is what to give you. This is what brother David Dean is talking about.
Newcastle scored, and it was quickly followed by a statement from Arsenal, which presumably has to be sanctioned at quite a high level, backing him and basically backing his attack on referees and officialdom. Were you at Arsenal? I doubt that would have happened, particularly given your role at the FA as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened. And I think that, we're in an emotional game. These things do happen. I think it's unfortunate. And never learn.
Would you have had to take your manager aside after that and said, listen, hang on, let's just dial it down a bit?
Probably.
Yeah. How would you have done that? You call him into the side room and say, well, now see here.
Yeah, but you don't want to undermine the manager either. The manager, in the heat of the moment, that's what he believed in. He just looked. I was at Newcastle that game. He felt aggrieved that he felt the decisions went against him. In the final analysis, I think it was a bit of misdirection. The fact is, it was 101 minutes. We'll talk about timekeeping in a minute. There was 3 minutes in the first half added on and 8 minutes in the second. In 101 minutes of football, we only had one shot at goal. So you can't say the team really deserved to win. Having said that, they didn't deserve to lose. And they lost on a controversial incident about VAR. But some decisions are going to go for you, some will go against. And you've got to accept both in life.
But David, who is there at Arsenal at the moment who would actually have that quiet word with Arteta? I mean, Edu's not necessarily the type to do that, is he?
I don't know, Henry. I can't answer that question. But it is what it is, and there is a process in place and how they deal with these things. And I just think it was a little bit unnecessary. I don't think it did the image of the club any good.
You see the difference in the two?
Pure class.
He said it straight. He just told us straight.
Back then, Arsenal Football Club was class. Now, it's a fucking circus. The difference between David Dean and Edo is like night to day or day to night. It's unbelievable. And I love and wish to have David Dean back at our club. Because let me tell you something, it'd be a complete different club than what it is today.
Yeah.
100%.
This right here, referees can hold grudges. They are constantly disrespected. And when you go out there in front of world television and you say what you said after that Newcastle game, these people will remember that. And this is why I said this season, this is why I don't want to hear. This is the year all of the excuses come off the table. Injuries, referees, squad, 800 million. Brother, this is year 5. Win or go home. And at the end of the season, if we have not won anything, there will be players that will be looking, getting their house in order, preparing to make their next move to their next football club. And for this new generation of Arsenal fans, you will feel the pain that me, Kyle, and Lion Tech felt year after year after year after year after year under Arsene Wenger, watching all of our players leave for better pastures. And then not only watching them leave for better pastures, watching them succeed wherever they went.
Yep. They'll end up winning something.
That pain, the modern Arsenal fan, they don't know. They don't know that pain, Kyle. They don't know the pain of I'm sitting at work when I was working in television. I'm sitting at work 3 o'clock in the afternoon, listening to Talk Sport, and I hear it come over the airways. TT Henry we've accepted a $12 million bid to go to Barcelona for one of the world's best footballers. We accepting chump change. They don't know what the pain is. Lion Tech. They don't know what the pain is of you sitting around in the middle of a summer, and then all of a sudden you get an alert on your phone saying RVP is going to Manchester United. And you say, what the hell is going on at this football club?
Matt, you get over Mars and Petit going to Barcelona for 35 million for the two of them.
Two of them.
For 35 million.
What you should be paying for one.
Yeah.
Just think about that. This is the pain that we've had to endure.
Mate, we've been through some shit, man.
Yeah, bro.
Really
Van Persie went to Manchester United. I won the Premier League title.
Fabregas. We sold him to Barcelona. We got manhandled into moving him to manhandled into moving him to Barcelona. Nazari. Oh, I'm out of here. Adebayor. Beyonce. Y'all remember it? Beyonce. Every time you look up, our best players leaving.
And the other thing, Matt, was back in them days, once you got to the age of 30 or over, they wouldn't give you a contract. Bergkamp went because he was over 30. Perez went because he was over 30. And now what we doing? We're giving out contracts to the likes of Jorginho, 32, 33 years of age. The whole thing's a joke.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Yeah. Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole. We sell him to Chelsea. We didn't go back and buy him back. We didn't go back and go, man, we come back over. No. We've been over.
And we got William Gallas in return.
Yeah.
William Gallas, number 10, centre back.
On the ground, crying.
And he on the ground crying like a little baby. They told you Adams never do that. Frank
Just unbelievable.
that image. Middle, Kyle, and people don't remember this. A lot of the youngsters don't remember this. We were in the middle of a title charge. Y'all talk about title charge. You were in the middle of a title charge.
And he went up down the tunnel, kicking stands and everything. And what happened to his team? Blew it.
Capitulated.
Lost the league title.
Yeah.
And also, Wenger did not buy a striker that window, by the way. Just to throw that out there.
No, he didn't.
We had to, when you talk about, before we talk about that 9-3, we literally had that season in our hand. Bro, that was some of the best football we'd ever played.
Yeah, we were sensational that season.
The
football was sick.
He talking about youth project. You hear all this shit about youth projects, and then you look at that team we had back then. Bro, I know the youth project is. That's what the youth project was. Was that right there?
Another thing, I listen to about projects. I'm listening to journeys and all the rest of it. George Graham, league type 1989, league type 1991. Almost went invincible in 91. Chelsea Bellis. He won a Cup Winners' Cup. He won FA Cups. He won League Cups. What phases and projects and youths and all these nonsense did he have? The greatest Arsenal manager ever, George Graham.
I'm telling you, people are going to experience the pain. They're going to experience the suffering. And this new batch of Arsenal fans are going to start really, after a while, once they start hurting, when they get that Saliba, when he decides to pack it in, when they get Saka, because Saka's going to roll, man. Y'all, if you think he's sitting here for 7 years and going to keep losing, you are out of your mind, bro. And guess what, Kyle? And Lion Tech, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. We could win a League Cup this year. FA Cup, he wouldn't give a damn. He probably still rolling.
Yeah.
Big players wants the top trophies, man. They don't want the FA Cup or League Cup. They want the Premier League, Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
And for their own image rights and sponsorship deeds and all that kind of personal stuff, they want to be seen top 11, which is Champions League in the semis, finals, stuff like that. We are going nowhere in the Champions League. We're going nowhere in the Premier League this season. And what is going to happen is Saliba and Saka will pack their bags and will go elsewhere.
Yep.
And when they roll out, there's going to be a lot of pain. They'll probably get some folks turn on them, say they
traitors and all that shit.
And Judas stole it.
Judas.
You see, we're missing a point here too. The point is that in 3 years' time, just let's for talk's sake, and Arteta and Edu says, right, enough is enough, and to walk away. They're going to leave this club
in a mess,
in an absolute mess, and it will take years to rebuild it. So, gentlemen, put on your seatbelts, because this is going to be one hell of a bumpy ride. Because we might not win a league title in the next 20 years. And I genuinely mean that.
Yeah, it's the truth.
No, it's possible, bro.
Yeah, it's
possible where we're going, bro.
Because the thing is, Brother Kyle, the thing is, people don't understand. I keep using this term windows. You have a window. There's a window. Shout out to Deji. Namaste. Seize the day. You're in the title. You're in the title hunt. You've got to do it while you're in it. Go gusto. This is why I said coming into this year, you got to go get the striker no matter what you do, because you're that close. That's how different it is. Is that the difference of not having a striker is us winning or really legitimately scaring the shit out of the city to get a title and not getting one. Well, you opted not to get one. Well, guess what you get? The same thing you got the last 2 years. Why you say that, man? Because we didn't have a striker the last 2 years. So what they'll think, but what you think is going to change?
So what's going to change?
Nothing's changing.
Yeah. Exactly.
And this year we got injuries and we've got games all over the place. Champions League. Before we go, I want y'all to hear this, because see, a lot of people, I'm gonna pull these fixtures up and I'm gonna call them out, because see, a lot of people keep going back to these next few fixtures. Kyle, so this is what we got coming up. You got Tottenham, Atalanta, Man City. Okay, that's cool. We know that's coming. But y'all listen to this. Listen to this. We're gonna skip a couple of games. We're gonna go all the way to October. PSG. Southampton, that's a bogey team, by the way. We struggle with them every time you turn around. Yep. We have trouble with them. Bournemouth, that's another bogey game. We have trouble with these teams like that. Shakhtar Donetsk, you know that's a bogey game. Immediately, you know that's a bogey game.
That's away, isn't it, Matty?
Yeah, that's away. Shakhtar Donetsk.
Oh, yeah, we're dusted, bro.
Liverpool, Newcastle, Inter Milan, Chelsea, Forest, Sporting Lisbon, West Ham, Manchester United, Fulham, Monaco. Everton's in a relegation battle, so you know that's going to be tough. Palace, Eddie Nketiah is going to probably have some point to prove. He's going to try to play it up on that game. Brother, Ipswich Town, Brentford, Brighton, you're back over there at Tottenham. And guess who behind Tottenham, y'all? Anybody want to hear? Do y'all want to know who behind Tottenham? Tell me if y'all want me to tell you. I'll tell you who behind them. Guess who's behind Tottenham, y'all?
Say.
Aston Villa.
Oh, my God.
There is no rest this year.
Oh.
There is no rest this season, y'all.
That's right, man. No winter break.
None.
No winter break this year, bro. Zilch. Zero.
Good.
Nada. Brother, we are D-O-N-E, Kyle.
I say this, and I'm sick saying this. I say we are out of it by Christmas.
Watch this,
and
Kyle.
I mean that.
Kyle, I got something beautiful. Got something beautiful. See, I don't just say shit just to say it. People think I just be throwing stuff out there just to say it. Do you want me to tell you what's in February? Would you like for me to tell you what's in February?
Oh, go ahead, bro.
February 1st. February 1st. Manchester City, Leicester, West Ham, Forest, Manchester United. And guess who behind Manchester United, y'all?
Liverpool.
Chelsea.
I was going to say Chelsea, you know. Oh, my God.
Guess who's behind Chelsea? Fulham.
That's two London derbies right there. You get then after that, you got Everton. Guess what you got behind it? Brentford, Ipswich, Palace. Do y'all want to hear the last? Do y'all want to hear the final 2 games before the final 3 games here? Because I'm painting the picture here. Darren down there laughing. Darren laughing because he know what it is. Hey, check this out. He know what this is. Anybody that got sense know why I'm calling these games out. You got Palace, Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Newcastle in the final run in.
Jesus.
Kiss this season goodbye.
That's Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah, we're finished. I'm telling you.
Screwed this season up. And this is on Edu's. This is on his watch. This is on Edu's watch. You just heard all these fixtures. There's no room. There's no room at all. At all. None. This is all sandwiched in with the League Cup, FA Cup, if we're still in it, and the Champions League. Kyle, where is it coming from? It ain't coming from nowhere. This is a season that you just mailing in on.
Matt, this season, I said before Christmas, I'm going to change my mind. It's over already.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Kyle. Welcome to the club. Welcome.
It's over already.
Welcome. We're done.
I said that end of last season. I said this.
We didn't do what was required. With a run in like that, Kyle. Excuse me, I'm going to talk over you, Kyle. With a run in like this, a schedule like this, when June kicks off, you've got 8 players lined up, ready to go. No questions asked. Everybody that's leaving has already been put on notice. You are out of here. Whether you want to, if you want to stay, you're going down there to the reserve. You're playing with them. You're not staying here because we got business to get done. We've got players to get in. We got to get everybody on order. What did we see this summer? They brought their ass right over here to the United States and showed off all of the players that need to be sold. They went and had a showcase of all the players that need to be sold instead of having all of the players that we should have had working in, getting this team sorted out.
Yeah.
No
business. Business. California Marino.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
We done.
Unbelievable.
You remember Darren sat there. 2 years ago. Darren said, we're not going to have the luxury of these fixtures like we've had the last couple of years. And then here it is right here this year.
Yeah.
Darren, you said it.
Right into the fire, man.
Right into the fire. There's no way. You see, there's no way to rest. There's no way to hide. There's no rest. There's no way to hide. There's nowhere to hide.
But see, this is where he needs to earn his money now, because you need to coach your way out of this. There's no excuses. He has to coach his way out of Matty. He has to coach his way out of this. He has to find a way. That's the problem. That's what worries me. That's exactly what worries me right now.
You know what's even crazy is I'm sitting here going through this schedule, and I think there's maybe 1 or 2 weeks in here we get a break. But then after that, man, everything's sticking fast all across the board. It's just constantly playing. And this is why I said we don't have any. There's no kind of padding. There's nothing to stop the bleeding. Nothing, Kyle. There's nothing to stop the bleeding.
And the thing is,
no sutures.
How do we know that we won't get a big injury in the North London Derby?
See, that's what I said last year, Lante. I said we hadn't had the colossal one yet. See, everybody think Odegaard. No. That's not the one. Because he'll be back. No, you ain't had the one that happened in November, December, January. The one where he's done for the year.
Yeah. It's coming.
That's the colossal one. That's the one. We ain't had the big one in a while.
We haven't.
On the way. We will get it this year.
It's gonna happen.
Schedule, we're going to get I told Lee Gunner this. I hate he gone because he tell you I said it. I told Lee Gunner this on Sunday morning. We talk, but sometimes we just talk. We just pick up the phone and we talk. I told Lee, I said, Lee, don't be surprised if we get another injury in this Tottenham game coming up Sunday. I said, tackles are going to be flying. It's a high intensity
game. Intense game, man.
Yeah. I said the next 2 games, we got 2, 3. We got major games the next 3. I said there's going to be injuries coming out of the next 3 games. If we get through the next 3 games unscathed, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah.
because all of them are high intensity.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a statement here tonight, and I'm going to stick my neck on the line, and I'm going to say this. Spurs and Manchester City will beat Arsenal in those 2 games.
I say the Spurs game will be a draw, but I definitely see us getting skint by City. I really see with the way Haaland's playing right now, I really see us having some major trouble this year with City.
Yeah.
We're heading down a dangerous path. And I told Lee this too. For me, this is just me talking. I feel like this is the season like we did when we finished 8th the second time. You remember that season, how rough it was? Saka getting red cards over the Wolves. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like that's the season we in this year. It's going to be tough, painful, and it's going to be just be a drag.
It's going to be so painful.
Very painful.
It's going to feel like 20 back in the late. What way is it? I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top. Yorkshire going to the first person that came in, dropped it in here. If I can go all the way up to the top, I can scroll up there. First comment of the night. First comment of the night. This is what it's going to feel like, y'all. This is what it's going to feel like. He put it in here early. Let me see. Let me go in here. Y'all bear with me. Right here. Right there. Right there. And that's if we can get top 4 based on the schedule.
Yeah.
Top 4. We are in the top. Let me put everybody on notice in the chat. We're in the top 4 race.
Yeah.
This isn't just everybody keep running around talking about challenging for the title this year, Kyle. Second place, second. No.
There's no title race this year. There's no title race this year.
And that's going to preface everybody. Sunday for my fan cam title, it's going to be we're in the top 4 race. Get ready.
Yeah. We are winning nothing, folks. Listen to what I'm saying. We are winning nothing. Like Matt just said, the race is on for 4 places. 4 places. That's if we're lucky.
Yeah. In this
I don't want Champions League places because in the Champions League, we end up doing nothing. I'm sick and tired of it. We're on a roundabout. We're going around and around and around. When do we get off that roundabout and start acting serious? Be a big club. Because we're a small club and we're not acting serious and we're going fucking nowhere fast. The whole thing is it's just heartbreaking.
It is. And these Champions League games, sorry, man. We're going to find out how short we are this year.
Forget about us.
So we're going to find out. Gentlemen, I know it's been a long night. This was an urgent stream. I appreciate y'all taking out y'all time the night. Darren, I appreciate you coming on as well. Lee for coming in. Lion Text, tell the people what you got going on, brother.
Yeah, big up for having me, Matty. I know it was a mad stream, man, talking about this stupid fraud, but yeah, find me on Lion Text TV. I did do a show earlier before this stream, just talking about the new contract and shit like that. So check that out, and then there'll be content after the North London derby. So check that out, people. But yeah, Lion Text TV, people, and big up to Matty and big up to Carl every time, man. Love, brothers.
I'm going to drop. Make sure it's in the chat right here. Not sure if it was dropped earlier, but there you go. Right now, I just dropped it in the chat. Lion Text channel. Y'all go subscribe to the brother Lion Text, and I'm gonna get Kyle's info in here as well. Kyle, go ahead and tell the folks where they can find you at, brother.
Yeah, first of all, Matty, big up to your brother for reaching out to me, dropping me the stream card or the link to get on your show. It's always a pleasure and honor. Big up, Line Tech. Great to see you, my friend. And all the rest of Aaron, the league owner. Great to see the lads, and big up to the chat. You get me on Kai Walsh Gunner YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel. I thought I'd get about 100 subscribers. I am now on the road to 400 subscribers, and I can't believe it. So big up to everyone who used to subscribe to me. I really appreciate it. So yeah, big up to you all. You're going to hear a lot more from me over the coming weekend. I have a few things I want to get off my chest tomorrow as well, so I'll be doing a video tomorrow. And definitely I'll be doing, and you'll see me on other shows about the North London derby. Big up to you all. Much respect. Matty, Line Take, legends. Thank you so much.
Ian, what's up, brother? Yep.
There
It is. We're gonna redirect after this to Northside. When you go over Southern Guna raid, y'all go and support him and Lee. They're gonna be talking. Let them do their thing tonight. They'll probably be up into the wee hours of the night. I will be back with Lee on Sunday for the watch along, and I will pray for Arsenal win, but my heart's telling me it's gonna be a draw, and it's gonna be tough this weekend. It's gonna be very tough. The pressure's been put on. The pressure's been ramped up to 100, and he's gonna have to coach. The manager's gonna have to manage this year. He's gonna have to manage. He's gonna have to earn his paycheck now. He's gonna have to earn his paycheck, and this Edu has to get the hell out of here. Do not get lost and let Edu weasel his way out of this. Needs to be held accountable because he's the main reason we're in the situation we're in right now.
Yeah,
he's in the main situation we're in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Kyle, don't go nowhere because I don't hang around before you go. And everybody else, y'all head on over to Northside.
Big up, people.
Real fans, bro. Real fans are critical. Why?
Yes, exactly.
Because real fans, we expect the best.
Yes.
We don't want shortcuts, bro. We don't want you sleepwalking through it. We want the best. And if you are accepting mediocre on a weekly basis, you're not a real fan. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. You are not a real fan, and you got no idea what a real. Bro, listen. I don't want to be around Chris when Ohio State loses. You think Chris is sitting there after an Ohio State loss and he's making excuses?
No.
Are you? What fan does that, Chris?
Delusional fan who doesn't doesn't understand what it feels like to win.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Southern Gooner here on YouTube